What up, people of the world? Special Caesar and friends coming at you here with more sweet tabletop cosmic horror, folks. Welcome back to our Call of Cthulhu campaign. We've got one doozy of a scenario for you all tonight, and I'm super excited to be bringing it to you. We will be welcoming back the similar number of players that we had before. We've only got 4 this evening. Returning is the unfortunate journalist Guy Fontaine. We have Dwayne.
Hi everyone, I'm playing Guy Fontaine, and he is embarking on a new career in journalism as he also embarks on a long decline towards insanity.
It awaits us all, insanity in the world of Call of Cthulhu, unfortunately.
I just think Guy might be the first to get there amongst all these other characters.
Yeah. Brilliant. Okay, so as the stalwart enforcer, we have Abraham Lincoln. We have Kev.
Hi all. I'm just looking forward to a bit more spray and pray, and hopefully I should bring down some more nasties.
Yeah, with his Thompson machine gun, he's proving quite formidable foe. As the enigmatic Francis Wolstead, we have Eleanor.
Hello everyone, I am very happy to play this again. I'm looking forward to tonight. Francis is also looking forward, and we'll see what this brings.
Brilliant. And finally, as the suave socialite Sterling Lake, we have Martin.
Hey everyone, Sterling's all ready. He's got his artistic skills prepped and his charm skills, and he will be running away from all monsters and any physical type of activity.
Brilliant. So, at the end of last episode, we concluded the scenario Ties That Bind and finished the investigative development phase. So, having been strong-armed into a few missions by the Bureau of Investigation, our team of investigators are now enjoying a brief evening of respite at Guy Fontaine's house, where they're enjoying a dinner party of sorts, as I understand things. Just before we dive into that, can I just ask all of the investigators to make a note of their indefinite insanity boundaries? So to get this number, you take your current sanity, you remove 1/5 of it, and then whatever that number is, write that down. That is your indefinite insanity boundary. If you hit that number in this adventure, you'll become indefinitely insane. And note as usual, you don't
up or down for insanity.
Round down. Okay. As usual, you're not losing that insanity. You're just using it as a figure. Okay, so I don't have any further announcements to make, other than how excited I am, as I said at the start, to be playing this scenario. I suggest we just dive straight into it as we follow the call of Cthulhu. So, Guy, would you like to describe for us the dinner party that you're currently hosting?
Oh, certainly. Guy is quite excited to be hosting. He's only been graduated from Miskatonic University for maybe 6 months, and he does have some background in French cuisine. He is of French Canadian heritage. His family migrated from Quebec to a town in northern Rhode Island called Woonsocket, Rhode Island, which has a number of people of French heritage. So it's his first party that he's hosting. He still has some of his grasp on his sanity, even though his cat is rejecting him these days. And he's thrilled to be hosting and to kind of demonstrate his French cuisine skills. And this is in sort of a smallish 2-bed apartment in Arkham, Massachusetts.
Okay, thank you. Abraham, have you contributed anything to this evening of frivolity?
Abraham's a pretty good pastry chef, so he's produced a cake and a couple of sort of light bites to go on the side whilst they're waiting for the meal to be served. And he's eyeing the cat up and thinking, how do you tell when a cat's giving you the cold shoulder? What's different?
And Francis and Sterling, what do you make of these delights? Are they nice, or could they use some work?
gorgeous. I'm really impressed, Guy. This dinner of yours, I would never imagine that you had such skills. I also brought I brought a bottle of French wine that I have found the others do not know. I have found thanks to my resources.
I see.
Yeah, because
These mysterious resources of yours that keep cropping up.
my mysterious resources, indeed, of I supplied some of the things in my shop, or that I give them some of the things I accidentally come across during my, say, visits in the city or around the city. Or town, perhaps I should say, sorry.
Brilliant. Okay. So as you're enjoying this lovely French wine and pastries and French cuisine, there is a sudden knock at the door, at your front door of the apartment.
Oh, well, as host, I think I should answer the door. Do I have an unexpected, uninvited guest?
It certainly seems that way. So as you get to the door, you'll greet it, or as you open the door, outside you greet a bespectacled man wearing a fine suit and carrying a briefcase. And he says, "Excuse me, is this home of Guy Fontaine?"
Why, yes, it is. Why, yes, it is. I'm rather busy though. I'm hosting a get together for friends. Could you leave me your card?
I'm terribly sorry. It's just this is something of an emergency. I'm sorry to be rude, but I couldn't borrow a moment of your time, could I?
Well, let's step outside for a moment and tell me what the problem is.
Yes, thank you. Of course, yes. Well, I'm a banker, quite a prestigious one around Ipswich, and Lady Carrington informed me.
I say under my breath, "Oh, Ipswich again."
Does he hear you? I wonder. So, yes, Mrs. Carrington informed me that you recently handled a matter of hers in the most delicate of ways, and I was hoping that you may be able to afford me the same courtesy. You see, my son has gone missing during a trip to Kingsport, and I don't know who to turn to. I can't contact the police. It would be an absolute scandal if the son of a prestigious banker were to have upped and disappeared and eloped, but I don't know what to do. I was hoping you and your investigator friends may be able to perhaps help locate him, or at least give some closure to what happened to my son.
Oh, I see. Well, come in, have a croissant, and I have some friends who, together with myself, may be able to help you.
Oh, thank you. Thank you for your hospitality.
It's a little crowded in here, but there's an open seat in the parlor there. Yes.
Thank you. He squeezes past.
And I introduce him to everyone gathered here, assuming that they're all part of our investigative team. And in other words, no additional guests who shouldn't be privy to this information.
No, it's just the four of you, yeah.
Okay. And I essentially give them a short summary of what he just told me and ask everyone if they have further questions. While I go about just making sure everyone's comfortable and that the food isn't getting too cold and that kind of thing.
Yeah, brilliant.
Sorry, sir, what is your name? I didn't catch it.
Oh, excuse me, I'm Gerald Fraser.
Thank you.
My son, I suppose you heard, but my son, James, he's gone missing. He's been missing now for close to 10 days now. And I'm worried sick. I can't sleep, and I have no idea who to turn to.
Have you already been to the police?
I worry there'll be a scandal if we go to the police. I'm a prestigious banker, you see, in Ipswich. The son of a prestigious banker abandoning his studies to elope with his girlfriend. It would just be terrible for the family name.
So why do you think he may be with his girlfriend?
Oh, he told me so. We had an argument about it. He was planning on eloping with this Emily. She lives in Kingsport, you see. He was going to see her. But he said he was tired and that he was going to pull up in a motel somewhere near Squatters Lake, apparently. And then, after that, he just disappeared. Emily hasn't seen him. I haven't heard from him. I'm worried sick. I'm worried something may have happened.
Oh, so he went on without Emily?
What, do you think he just left without his sweetheart? The whole reason why he abandoned his studies was to be with her. Why would he just leave?
Yeah. You say that Emily hasn't seen him. Sorry, I misunderstood perhaps.
Emily, yes, Emily was waiting for him. He stayed a night.
Emily is
his girlfriend. Yes.
Yeah. I mean, she's around. We could see her.
Yes. Well, I can give you her address and telephone number if you wish to speak with her.
Yes. Okay.
Yes,
What's your son's name again? Sorry.
James Fraser.
Is there a reason why you haven't hired a private detective or anything like that to go investigate? Why have you come to us? We kind of specialise in
well, it's just
more obscure matters.
Mrs. Carrington told me how discreetly you were able to handle her fountain vandal situation.
Oh, I see.
It seems you have very good skills at investigating things, so... Well, I just... You know, if you can't help me, I guess I suppose I should hire a private investigator or something myself, but... Well, I thought I'd turn to you first.
May I ask, what was the subject of your argument?
Well, just that he was giving up his studies to elope with this girl, this young girl who I barely know.
Nothing else?
The argument? No, of course nothing else. What would you assume would be something else we'd be arguing about?
No, I'm just asking. The reason for your argument could be the substance of your argument could be important in finding him.
I see. No, well, it was simply that. I understand I'm asking a lot of you, but I will be happy to compensate you financially. And of course, you will have earned the favour of a prestigious banker in Ipswich.
As soon as you say money, Sterling's right over you. He's going to bring you some nice French cake and French wine.
Oh, thank you.
Sure.
Thank you, young man.
I mean, I'm sorry, my friends, they just don't really... they're not used to hosting on this grand scale. So, yeah, of course we can help you out. We'll just... my friends are very good at taking the details. So, yeah, we can investigate...
Thank you so much. I would appreciate it. And, of course, Guy, as a student or as a... graduate of the Miskatonic University, surely you would want to help an almost fellow student of yours.
Well, of course, sir. Well, first, could you tell me something important? How are you finding the confit de canard? Is it cooked to your taste?
Oh my, this is exquisite. I've never tasted anything as so delicious as this.
Why, thank you. Now, I just wanted to add that this sort of thing... It happens among the student populace very frequently. I wouldn't be too concerned, sir. I just don't know if this really counts as a true emergency.
I see. You think I should be okay with my son not being where he was supposed to be?
Well, I mean, it's just could be just a temporary flight of fancy. Youthful rebellion against the rigid academic environment. And he'll probably be back within a few days. Now, how long did you say he was missing? I was a little...
9 days, almost 10 now.
9 days.
And it's bizarre to me that he would abandon his studies to see his girlfriend, only then to abandon his girlfriend.
Yes.
I see. You do have a point. That's a little beyond your typical flight of fancy. Yes.
Mr. Fraser, how was he travelling?
He was travelling by car.
And
here, I'll give you...
Have you seen his car, or is the car gone as well?
I haven't. I went to the motel, but the car wasn't there, and they said they hadn't seen him.
What's the registration, make, and model of the car, please?
Yes, of course. He gets out a photograph of his son and shows it to you. He's about 6'2" with blonde hair, brown eyes, and on the back is written, drives a black Chrysler coupe. The number plate is AB1652.
It's a black what, sorry?
Chrysler Coupe.
Oh.
Your kid is in college and he has a Chrysler Coupe? Oh, I think this could be rather lucrative. A lucrative mission here.
Well, I said I'd be happy to reimburse you financially. I'm happy to pay you $200 retainer fee and another $200 when the job is done.
Per person, that would be very nice.
Well, no, I never said per person. There's 4 of you. That would be a lot.
Sorry,
I think $50 each will suffice for each. Do you not think?
I do have a little notebook and a pen out since he started talking. And out loud I'm writing, okay, so $200 per person.
He's just taking notes of the finances.
I'm going to say
That's
Sterling
cold.
maybe trying to can Sterling maybe do a charm roll. He's trying to smooth him a bit, as everyone else.
Yeah, you're going to have a hard charm roll here because she's taking offence that all she's caring about is the money. She's not making notes of anything else.
No, I'm taking notes of everything else as well. But out loud I only say $200 per person. That's fantastic. Mr. Fraser, how much is your son's life worth?
My son's life is invaluable. What are you implying?
Exactly.
Jesus.
Exactly. So what's $200 per person? It's 4 of us. $800. It's nothing.
Fine, but I expect this to be done completely under the radar, you understand? No scandal, no police, nothing.
Totally. Mr. Fraser, just a question. Can you give me the exact date and time, if you know, that he was last seen, James?
Last we spoke was the conversation we had the night before he disappeared, which was exactly 10 days ago.
Okay, do we have a date and a day?
No. To be honest, no, there isn't one given.
Okay,
Whatever
so-
date and day it is, 10 days prior to then.
Date. Oh, okay. All right, thank you.
And just to confirm, did he call you from the motel when he said he was going to stop there?
That is a good question. I didn't actually ask where he was calling from.
Did he say whether he was going to the hotel or whether he was going to stay at the hotel?
He said he would be staying at the hotel. He was dead tired and he needed somewhere to sleep.
And have you got his address at his normal residence?
I can
He
give
stays
you
at the
the address of his halls if you like. Yes.
Yeah. Of course, yeah. Just to check in there.
Yes, if you so wish, no problem.
And of the hotel as well.
And did you say that you have already spoken with his paramour, so to speak?
Emily?
Yes.
Yes, I've spoken to her. She's dead worried about him. It seems she understands the last as much as I do. The last she heard of him, he was going to stay at this motel.
And what's his? Do you know what his main professor's called, so we can just see how he was doing before he left university?
I'm afraid I don't, but I know a friend of his called Bryce. I could put you in contact with him if you like.
Yeah, Bryce, that'd be good.
What was he studying, sir?
History.
You don't. Well, I don't think. If there's anything else you wish to bring up, that's probably all we've got.
I can't
Immediate questions until we get out there and have a look on the ground.
think of anything else that's pertinent, but should there be anything, if I could give you a call or you could call me, there would be no issue there at all.
Excellent. Yeah, we're going to ask him his contact number, obviously.
Yeah.
Of Mr. Fraser. And do you have the hotel address?
The motel of...
motel, yeah.
Yes, yeah, he gives it to you. It's just...
Perfect.
Yeah.
The Hotel California, by any chance?
Squatters Lake. Motel at Squatters Lake.
Squatters Lake. Yep. Okay.
Okay, so he thanks you. He pays you the $200 retainer. And he bids you adieu, and he leaves.
Say there, Mr. Fraser, I have some good ideas about opening a French restaurant one of these days right here in Arkham. What do you think? You're a banker. You could finance me.
Oh, well, I mean, let's talk about that sort of thing in more when there's less pressing matters to be addressed, shall we?
Okay, here's my card. Contact me if you ever get the urge to open up a really grand French restaurant.
Yep, and you hear...
I'm your guy.
Okay. He takes your card, and rolls his eyes, and walks away.
Would you like some confit de canard for the road, sir?
Thank you, no, thank you, please. I'll be fine, thank you.
Are you saying that the duck wasn't cooked perfectly?
Now he's just running away. He's just fleeing the scene.
Right, is he gone now, yeah?
Maybe he doesn't like French Canadian food. Maybe he just likes French food.
How could anybody not like what Guy cooked tonight? And
he's a posh guy. He's not like us guys.
And Agent Lincoln.
Different palette, yeah.
So I'm gonna recap, guys, to see if because I was writing some notes, see if I actually have understood the whole thing. So this James, who's studying history and doesn't want to do that anymore, wants to give up his studies and go and stay or run away, whatever, with his girlfriend Emily. But he didn't do that. Emily is still presumably at home. Was supposed to be at this Squatters Lake motel. He rang his dad about 10 days ago, and then he hasn't heard from him, and the car is not at the motel. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'm not saying I didn't say anything with Mr. Fraser around here. I mean, obviously, it is a bit worrying, this thing. If he ran away to stay with his girlfriend and then he left his girlfriend behind, I'm wondering if, studying history, may he have come across something of our sort? You see what I mean?
I mean, possibly. Either way, we're going to get paid, so we probably should make it look a little bit occulty, even if not.
Oh, yeah. And we're gonna get paid quite well.
Yeah, so...
Oh, you're welcome, all guys, by the way.
Oh, yeah, thanks for... Yeah. Hey, I had to charm him, so... Yeah, I, again, have also made notes. So, according to my notes, the leads we've got are... We have the option of going to the hotel, though we didn't technically arrive there. Then we've got his girlfriend, Emily.
Yep.
And then we've got... We could go to his house residence, and then we've got his friend called Bryce.
Yep.
Who's so we've got like four places / people that we can start with.
Yeah. Technically, we don't know that he didn't arrive at the motel. We've only got their word for it. I mean, I've heard some of these places there can be some real psychos living in those places.
I mean, a person like me wouldn't know about such establishments, as you're aware, but I can only imagine what would go on in those seedy places.
What time of the evening is it now?
Probably about 9 p.m. You've been having a nice time for a while.
Obviously, we can't do some things at this time, but what are you thinking, everyone? Should we go and look for his friend in the...
Yes, we haven't even gotten to the tarte tatin dessert.
Oh, it's true. Oh, of course. No, that would come first.
Yeah, and I've brought all my lovely pictures to show you guys later. So.
Are these blood pictures again?
Oh, yes.
Well, I've worked Francis, I think, will like hers. I've kind of done an action shot of where she shot the guy's mask off from behind, so I thought she'd be interested in seeing that.
Cool.
Oh, yes. I already made space on the wall in my shop.
Yeah, he's like, do they have cartoons in 1920s? Yeah.
I'm sure they did. Wasn't Disney around at that point?
I don't know.
Yeah, probably.
I was going to say, maybe Sterling's like a cartoon artist, and he definitely would have put Francis in that type of superheroine thing, I think, after that. So, yeah, I think we should enjoy the lovely food, and discuss what we should do possibly in the morning, because I guess how far he was at... Oh, he's at the local university, isn't it, where we are anyway?
Yes, he's in. His friend is, yeah.
Any chance we have heard of this Bryce, perhaps?
Heard of this what? Sorry?
Bryce.
One more time?
I mean, it's I don't know, this friend of his, Bryce.
Oh, Bryce. Have you heard of him? No, he's just... he just appears to be some kind of random student.
Okay.
You've been given a telephone number in a dorm room, that's it. Okay. He's just one of the students who must have known James.
Yeah.
Must have been a friend of his.
So if we go to Miskatonic University, we can check out James's dorm room as well as Bryce's?
Yes, potentially, yeah.
Well, I know I can navigate that university like the back of my hand, so... First thing in the morning, when you want to start there?
Yes, we could do.
Okay. Brilliant. So...
bullets or guns or anything in the morning, straight away.
Yeah.
Oil, fire.
Alright, so I guess you spend another few hours enjoying the revelry of the evening, enjoying the tarte tatin, and finishing off the bottle of French wine. You wake up the next morning. I guess you will crash the night rather than going home to various places.
Yeah.
So you wake up in the morning with a slight hangover, feeling a bit rough. Guy, do you make coffee for everyone?
Oh, most definitely, yes. A wonderful, rich French roast.
Delicious. I can smell it already. So you're awoken with the aroma of French roast coffee brewing, feeling a bit rough around the edges and the green around the gills. You sit down to decide what you'd like to do for the day. By the sounds of things, you're starting off with a inventory check.
Yeah, have you guys got guns, like super guns again, just in case?
I know someone has.
Never leave home without it.
How's our gun applications with the society going? Do we get our big guns yet?
What, you mean with the Bureau of Investigation?
Yeah, and like, is there like a form we had to fill out to request, like, you know, guns and stuff? I don't know.
Even if you haven't got that, you could probably buy slightly better guns than you've got if you've got the cash.
You're going really quiet, Kev, for some reason.
Oh, sorry, I was on mute because people have been in the kitchen.
Yeah, that's better.
You could probably buy, even if you haven't got the approval for sort of bigger guns from the bureau yet, you could just buy guns off the shelf, which are better than that you've got, I think, at the moment, because gun laws are fairly loose.
Yeah, I think the Bureau's authority has gone as far as allowing the Thompson. I think that's the max kind of firepower per group, per team.
Oh, per team, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, Sterling's not very good with a gun anyway, but I'm thinking, maybe...
But in terms of smaller firepower...
an automatic on every pistol or something like that.
Yeah, in terms of smaller firepower, you're licensed to carry a hidden weapon, like a portable weapon, like a small, discreet firearm.
Yeah, somebody told me this 32 revolver Saturday Night Special was a reliable gun. So far, I haven't managed to hit the side of a barn with it.
I don't know. Sterling kind of just wants like a really big bat with a nail in it or something, being honest. Or a spear. He wants something he can throw at a distance.
Well, with the $200 you earned from this this investigation, I'm sure you could get one forged for you from somewhere.
Yeah, I'm trying to think what would be a good distance weapon. I was thinking a whip, but I'm like, is that something that you can use?
You're gonna Indiana Jones it. That's quite cool.
was like, could that be useful? Yeah, that's what Sterling wants. He wants a whip because it's the distance thing, plus it looks probably cool, plus he can tie people up with it.
Cool. Okay. Well, I'm sure you'll be able to...
Probably get a fedora to go with that, and maybe a pistol.
Yes. I'm sure you'll be able to find that somewhere. Maybe not this morning. Not this very morning, but at some point we could set that up for you.
Yeah, Sterling's into the flair of the fight more than the actual fight.
Can we find a rifle gun? And a shotgun?
You want to dedicate some time to going to the shops to buy a shotgun?
At some point before leaving for the hotel, yes.
Yeah, we can do that for you. Fine. No worries. So how much... We have to look in the rulebook and determine how much shotguns are and things like that. Where the weapons... What the weapons table is.
Yeah, we have $200 retainer.
Yeah. You should have enough. I just need to make these check to see...
Well, we
how much it costs.
We need like a shitload of bullets either way, don't we?
Weapons table is 401.
Yes.
Up top.
Yes.
1 second. Just going to find the weapons table and find the shotgun on it. Hand-to-hand weapons.
Just a 16-foot bullwhip is $1.75, by the way, if you're looking for that.
Yeah, I'm going to have that then, I think.
Okay, shotguns. Here we go. What are we looking for? 12 gauge shotgun, pump shotgun. I think maybe a 16 gauge shotgun would be fine. You'd be able to find that relatively, well, not relatively easily, but you'd be able to find it in the morning if you spend the morning driving around the city. So that's a damage is... Do you want to put this on your sheet? Someone?
Yeah, I am. Yep.
Yep. Damage is 2d6 plus 2 at 10 yards. At 20 yards, it's 1d6 plus 1. And at 50 yards, it's 1d4 damage.
Oh, hang on, you have to repeat that, sorry. Okay,
Yeah.
at 10 yards.
10 yards is 2d6 plus 2 damage.
Okay.
At 20 yards, it's 1d6 plus 1.
Okay. And at 50.
And at 50 yards, it's 1d4.
Okay.
You can carry 2 bullets in it before having to reload.
Okay.
And it costs $40. Malfunctions are on a 100. Roll 100.
Oh, okay.
Roll of 100 for a malfunction. But because it's a break open shotgun, it's just a malfunction will be a dud round.
Okay. I do happen to have $40 in my pocket, so I'll buy it out of my pocket.
I think I've got my $2 for the whip. I check. It said it'd do like only 1d3 damage, but you can use it like at a range of say 10 meters. So it would be good for Sterling to have like a bit of distance.
If that's what you want to do, yeah, I'm sure you can. Yeah, you can find a whip, no problem. So yeah, feel free to add the information to your character sheet and take the money off of your current amount of dollar.
Okay.
Right. After getting all the equipment and stuff for any other equipment that I need to be made aware of that you're grabbing.
I'll have my normal loadout in the car. That's all.
Okay.
Nothing here.
Okay, what would you like to do after you've spent the morning? It's now the early afternoon. What would you like to do?
I think I'd like to go to the university and chat to Bryce to see if he knows anything that was going on.
Yeah, and the professor perhaps as well.
Professor?
You said, You said someone's here. You said
Yeah, he's a professor, whoever it is.
And he's his friend. Yeah.
Okay, so you knock on his door, and you're met by. He opens it. A small, meek, dark-haired young man. He's the epitome of bookworm, and he sort of ushers you inside and asks what you want, quite curtly.
I'll just say we're here looking for our good friend
James Fraser.
James. Yes, James. Yeah, we're just looking for
yes, what do you want to know about him?
We just we've not seen him a bit. We're supposed to go for drinks with him, so yeah, it was a bit strange of him to have not have contacted me for a few days to meet up with ourselves.
Yes, I haven't seen him for a while. I mean, he was doing well with his studies. He spent a lot of time on his girlfriend, yes, and mostly kept to himself. But lately, he's been sleeping in a lot and missing his morning classes. But, I mean, I was still surprised to find that he'd vacated the rooms. And there was no notice either. He left no kind of indication of why he left.
Whereabouts did he sleep?
In the room opposite me. That's how we're friends.
Do
you have a key?
I don't, I'm afraid, no.
Did you see him? Did you see him moving out and collecting all these things?
I didn't, no. He just came back and he was gone.
Is it? Oh, he's not here tonight, is he?
I guess there could be a chance that I'm familiar with Bryce, being a recent graduate myself. Should I maybe make a luck check?
Yeah, make a luck check.
Okay.
Ooh,
Hard success.
So Bryce looks at you and sort of semi-recognizes you and says, "From cookery classes, do we know each other?"
I believe we do, Bryce. And as I'm talking to him, I'm just kind of trying to size up my recollection as to whether he's forthright and honest, and would he be trying to deceive us in any way?
Yeah, he warms up totally when he recognizes you, and everything about him just seems earnest and keen to help from that point forward.
Well, whilst they're chatting, can I just kind of step back gradually into the background and then lean against Fraser's door and just try the handle to see if it's locked?
Oh, what you mean in the corridor?
Yeah.
Yeah, of course. Make a luck check. See if it's locked. It's locked, unfortunately. He must have locked it before he left. When he left.
I am behind him, and I go, "Allow me."
I'll just step so I'm obscuring her slightly.
Okay, you're welcome to just shut the door.
Oh, okay. Then if they're inside chatting, then I'll just close the door.
Yeah. Okay. So
After this,
you're inside chatting with Bryce Guy, and I guess Sterling's in there as well.
You can look out to make sure that nobody is coming down the corridor when she might be, accidentally fiddling with the door lock.
Okay, please make a lockpick.
I'll take one of my hairpins, and I drop something on the floor, and I pretend I drop something on the floor, and I go down, and I will fail miserably after all of this. Yay! No, I didn't.
Nice. Don't forget to check that off.
Yep.
It was the first successful roll of the scenario. Well done. So with a click, the hairpin unhooks the tumblers inside deftly, and the door swings ajar with an airy creak.
And I turn around and I say, "There you go, sir."
I'll open the door and step inside.
Okay, you see an empty dorm room.
I'll just signal for Francis to join me.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I just slip in and I close the door behind me.
Okay, go have a search around to see if there's anything that might indicate where he's disappeared to inside the room.
Okay.
Checking waste baskets for any bits of paper he might have been writing on, looking in books, that kind of stuff. If there's any books in there, or is it has it been gutted?
It hasn't been gutted, but the drawers are basically empty, and it's evident the stuff's gone. It's almost like, well, it's basically just the furniture in the room at this point.
But somewhere there is that little piece of paper hidden.
That gives you all the information and answers that you could possibly want.
That's what we're looking for. How did you know?
Funny how that exists in every scenario. Unfortunately, there is no such paper in here. There is nothing. It's just a clean, empty dorm room.
Is that a fireplace?
Look like he's very carefully emptied the drawers, closed the drawers, or does it look like it was all like hastily sort of yanked out?
It wasn't ransacked or like hastily anything done. A couple of the drawers are open, but not just in a kind of careless, misshapen mishap of a way. Like, not great care was taken, but at the same time, it wasn't ransacked.
Okay, and has his study books all gone, or they've been left behind?
Most of his books are still there. His story books and his notes and things.
Just generally flick through to see if there's any indication of anything why he might have been hanging out late at night.
Mm-hmm.
Books that don't fit, that kind of thing. Pictures of Cthulhu.
Pictures of Cthulhu, people being shot. No, you find nothing out of the ordinary. Just kind of standard notes about history and a couple of essays. Grades on them seem average, like normal. Couple of B's, you can see here and there. An A on one of them.
Okay. Well, doesn't seem to be anything here.
Is there a fireplace at all?
No. A fireplace in a student dorm room? I hope not.
If it is one of those old ones.
Students are careless enough as it is. You can't give me even fireplaces.
That's modern students. Old ones were capable of looking after themselves.
I was picturing a Victorian-style house, big manor house, where the dormitory was.
Yeah.
That's what I thought. Yeah, okay. Right, his room is empty.
I guess while you guys are doing that, I'd be quizzing Bryce about if Emily goes to the university and if he knows where her dorm room is, and also the name, if he can remember what his professor's name is.
He doesn't know the professor's name.
Okay.
But he can give you Emily Livingstone's contact details.
Okay.
His James's girlfriend's Emily Livingstone. So he can give you her address and telephone number, which he does.
Okay. Can I ask him what he thinks of Emily? If she's a woman of good standing, in his opinion?
I honestly barely know her. I've spoken to her on the phone a couple of times. She lives up in Kingsport, you see. She lives with her parents, I believe.
Could I do a psychology check to see if he's being trustworthy?
Mm-hmm. Sure, make a psychology roll.
Okay. Yes.
Yeah, so. You sense no hesitation or dishonesty about him at all. He's just being earnest and genuine and quite keen to help Guy.
He doesn't look like a zombie or a fish person.
No, he does not. No. There's no visible signs of fishiness about him, no.
Okay, that's why I have to check. Yeah, no, well, that's me. We've got a clue. Guys.
Are we still in James's room?
When I've got no reason to stay, so again, I'll just step outside of the room once we're finished and sort of shrug at you and say, "Looks like nothing to me."
I'm following it. Any smells, odors, fragrances?
If it's the modern age, I'd say cannabis, but it's not. So no, it's all clear. Just maybe some tobacco. Someone smoking in a nearby room, perhaps.
Okay.
Well, perhaps one of us should leave our contact info with this young man, Bryce, in case he does turn up any further knowledge about James's whereabouts.
Yes, of course. I will definitely get in touch should James get in touch with me or come back to the university at all. It would be sound to see him return.
Of course, that's what we all want.
We're sharing what we found in the room, which is nothing. Presumably, you're sharing what you have spoken with Bryce.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Which is also nothing.
We've got his girlfriend's information, so
yeah,
that's like the next lead. I was going to say the best thing we could do is to like go to the library and see what books he's taken out. Then we'd know.
That's a good idea. I like it. That's a good idea. There's also his professor. He may be studying something, a particular project.
Oh, I know, but we did ask Bryce, but Bryce didn't know who his professor was.
Yeah, but we can ask the librarian. She will know everything. She knows everything. Librarians know everything. I think. Or who's his professor? We can go to the main office, admin office, and ask them to put him in contact with his professor.
I mean, we could do with seeing, like, who in the admin staff he's told, like, why he's leaving, like, because no one seems to know why he's left. They know that he's left, so I presume that someone, would know.
Presumably.
I'll whisper that this when we're maybe away from earshot people and said I find it a bit suspicious that Bryce obviously didn't see him go or help him pack up, so we don't know if he is on himself or if there's foul play.
Or maybe if they are really that close friends that the father thinks that they are.
Well, the only thing I can see that's really suspicious so far is his sudden nighttime activities cause him to sleep over, but
that's right.
The room looks cleaned out normally. No sign of foul play.
Yeah.
With your psychology success, Sterling, you get the impression that Bryce was being nothing but earnest and trying just only to help with all the information he had.
Yeah, so he is. Yeah, it doesn't look. I'll say he doesn't. He looks like he would not be involved in this. And would have, I guess, probably told us the truth if he'd his friend had told him he was upset or something about something. But yeah.
Okay. That thing you are mentioning, Agent Lincoln, is exactly what I was thinking. His night activities maybe is part of the project that he had with his professor. Could be. Maybe he has to prove something. He wanted to prove something, and he went out at night to a particular site somewhere. Don't know. Just thinking.
Worth investigating.
Okay, so library first then.
Yes.
Sorry?
At the library, we should do some research about that hotel-motel place to see if there's been any suspicious activity in the area. In fact, I could go to the newspaper mortuary at the Arkham Gazette and look through the newspaper clippings, many of them not published, to see if there's any leads there.
Yeah, I'm thinking Sterling's not good in the library. I think you should do that, and Sterling might try and smooth some of the other students for information about James and Emily, just any local, where they hung out, or again, if he's anything different that people have picked up on. I'm sure he'd bump into someone.
Okay, very good. Guy, make a library use check, please. And
all right. And since this is at my own newspaper, could I get a bonus die?
Sure, I'll allow it. Yeah. Oh, you get a hard success anyway.
Yeah.
And Sterling, can you make a charm check to see how well you fit in with the students and how much they take to you?
Fingers crossed. Sterling's, I think I'm 25. I think I put, so he's youngish. 27, but he looks young, so it's fine. Okay. Yeah, he did it. Just a normal charm there.
Okay, very nice. So, Sterling, you get close to a few of the other students in the student block. They invite you to a couple of parties and get to know you a bit, and they like hanging out with you, but unfortunately none of them have information pertaining to James and his disappearance. A lot of them don't even know he's gone anywhere.
And Emily, and like as character bases, like Emily and James, do they like socialize a lot with them or go to any?
Emily doesn't go to this university.
Oh, okay.
Emily lives in Kingsport with her parents.
Okay. So it's okay.
It's just James who lives there. That's why people don't really know what's going on.
And James doesn't, I'm guessing, go out partying.
No, he's a bit of he was quite a studious student. And Guy, your success on the library use gets this. You find this.
Okay.
So it's pulled from a I think it's a newspaper article or a book, pulled from a book. But yeah, could you read it aloud for us, please?
Sure. The first paragraph is cut off, but I'll just pick up where it picks up. Where a tribe called the Abenaki, who lived in the Connecticut River Valley in Vermont, New Hampshire, and Massachusetts. The Abenaki originally owned the land around Squatters Lake, though they were driven away by English settlers in 1722. Yeah, I'll leave it to those English settlers. Originally named Ponki Makazis, the crow, by the Abenaki due to the abundance of crows scavenging around the lake, the settlers found that moving there was a bad idea due to the poor fishing and hunting in the area. Also, the surrounding hemlock trees were worthless for burning, and the untreated wood of their houses quickly succumbed to rot. The settlers moved further north, leaving their settlement behind, and over the years, the decrepit shacks became homes to vagrants, escaped slaves, and deserters from the army, until they were finally swept into the lake in a flood in 1805. Locals living near the lake began calling it Squatters Lake, a name that survives to this day.
Lovely, thank you.
Can I speak to the librarian? I'm going to try and persuade her to tell me the kind of books that young James might have been getting out, see if anything's changed recently, as his father's extremely worried about the poor man, and he's not around at the moment, and he's hoping that he's not come to any ill harm or anything. But we want to make sure that he's not just off on some study somewhere and he's pulled out a load of extra books to go off on a history trip.
Make a fast talk check. She's not inclined to tell you anything.
I can try persuade.
Yeah, I suppose if you got dedicated the time to it, if you spent, because persuade is kind of longer.
Yeah, no, I'm happy to spiel a story.
Chew her ear off.
He's been working, disappearing late at night, and everybody's getting worried, and they think he's either overdoing it, and he might just sort of, wandered off on some wild goose chase from the books that he's been reading.
Okay, make a persuade check.
Nah.
No, she bugs you to be quiet and stop wasting her time.
Yeah.
This is a library. Keep your voice down.
I know, that's why I was asking you about books.
That's better, but no. And she walks away.
Is there a register where, at that time it would have been a paper register, right? So
of what all the books that have been taken out.
Yeah. I'm eyeing Agent Lincoln, trying to distract this lady a bit more.
Oh, he's distracted her all right with that length-long persuade attempt.
Okay, so while he's distracting her, I would like to try to open the book and see if I find James's name.
Okay, make a stealth check.
Yes, ooh,
by one. Very nice. So you stealthily and sneakily managed to open the book behind her back without anyone else noticing, and you pour through the most recent pages over the last 10 days or so.
Mm-hmm.
And James's name isn't anywhere on there.
It's not.
No.
I close the book, stealthily again, obviously, and I shake my head. Okay. When we reunite with the Genlica and say, shall we try... I would like to try to go to admin office. If you want to carry on trying to convince the librarian, maybe, or join me.
I'll go with you. I think I've burned my bridges with this young lady.
When we are out of the library, look, I looked into the last 10 pages, and James's name was not there at all. So he's not taking anything from the library.
Well, he's been missing for 10 days. So do you want to go back and try going back
10
further?
10 pages is not necessarily 10 days. I thought. Is it?
No, I meant you looked through to the last 10 days.
Oh.
To where it was like 10 days ago. And
Well,
looked through a few of the
that
pages like 10 days ago according to the dates that the books were signed out.
Yeah, but we know that he's been missing for 10 days, so...
Yeah, you went back 10 days from now to the time that he went missing and checked a few of the pages there.
Ah, okay.
To see if his name was in the book. I'm assuming that's what you meant.
I'll repeat that to Agent Lincoln. Okay, so I would like to know who the professor is, and perhaps we could also ask if they knew he intended to leave. Right. Do you want me to try?
Yeah. Maybe we can find out who his professor is and stuff like that.
Yeah. Right. I put up, squeeze my cheeks, put up my hair, and get in.
To the school registry office.
Yes.
Okay. And you're trying to find out who his professor is.
Yes.
You're going to need another persuade or fast talk attempt.
Oh, I have charm.
I suppose a charm roll. You can try and charm them into revealing who it is mistakenly.
Yeah. Is he a man or a woman in front of me?
Well, in the school registry, it's a woman.
Yeah. I start complimenting her for the beautiful dress and the lovely
Oh,
hat.
you like it? Oh, thank you so much. Yes, I got it on sale.
Oh, did you? Oh, would never have said that. Right.
I know, it's such a steal, isn't it?
It is so you. Really, the colors bring out your eyes.
Oh,
beautiful.
stop.
Sorry. Yes. And I love what you've done to your hair. I have tried several times to do that, but...
Okay, what do you want? Now you're after something.
You know that he's a student of yours. Name is James Fraser.
Mm-hmm.
His father is very concerned.
I see.
Because he hasn't heard from him for quite a few days. Has he mentioned to you that he was leaving at all? Because apparently his room is empty, I was told.
I'm sorry, I'm not at all familiar with a James Francis Fraser. Is he one of our students? Is he? I couldn't help you.
Oh dear. Could you? I don't know. Is there any chance that you perhaps could look into your records, maybe, and see if it's? Are you?
Yeah, make the charm roll.
Right. No. Oh, spend 2 luck.
You spend 2 luck. Yeah.
Can I spend 2 luck?
Yes, you can if you want. Yeah, just knock 2 luck off.
Oh, I didn't want to do that because Or I didn't want to do that.
That's all right.
I forgot to press on the edit.
Click on the edit. Yeah. No worries. Yeah. So she narrows her eyes at you. Like it's clearly obvious that you're trying to charm her, and she's having none of it. But then she just laughs and says, "Okay, I'll tell you." And she looks into her records, and she does confirm that there's a James Fraser at the university, but she doesn't know him personally and can't really assist you with anything further. She has no idea if he's gone anywhere or if she hasn't heard about him at all. Anything.
Does it say at all who's this contact professor?
Yeah, she can give you the contact details of his professor.
Super. Professor.
It's a Dr. Linden, Master of History. you can find him at the history area of the library of the university.
Yeah. Thank you very much.
No problem.
So, leave the room. Thank you very much. Thank you very much for your time. And Agent Lincoln, we've got the name of the professor. She did not remember. Oh, were you with me?
Yeah.
Right. Okay. So you heard everything. Yeah. Shall we go and look for this professor?
Seems like the next step.
I'll rejoin everyone and tell them, hey, say folks, I did my best, but I couldn't dig up any dirt on anything recent happening at Squatter's Lake or the hotel there. There's a lot of history about an old Native American tribe, the Abenakis, who were driven north into New Hampshire and Vermont by the English settlers. And then there were some floods and some ne'er-do-wells, living vagrants and such living there, but really nothing recent.
Oh, I see.
Erling will do the same and say that he smoothed some of the students, and they didn't seem like he was very popular or socialized a lot, so they don't know anything about him, which is a little bit strange.
Well, I was telling him maybe that this James was really keeping to himself, like his friend said, because the administration lady did not really know him. She had to look into the records to find a James Fraser. Do have the name of his professor, so that's where we were heading to, if you want to join us.
Yep, I'll join everyone else, yeah.
Okay, and off we go.
Okay, so you reach the offices of Dr. Linden. He opens the door, says, "Yes, can I help you? What is this?"
Hello. Dr. Linden, I presume?
Yes, that's me. Who are you?
I'm Francis Wolstead. I'm very, very pleased to meet you.
Yes.
And I'm doing the eye already, flappy, flappy, flappy.
He takes your hand and he shakes it. He's obviously a gentleman of high education and he understands etiquette quite well, although he's giving you a look that clearly says, "What do you want?" He's still expecting, waiting to hear.
Well, there's a possibility he would have been a former professor of mine too, right? Should I try another luck roll?
Make a luck roll if you studied history at all, which you might have done as journalism.
Right, yeah.
It's part of your journalism course.
Nope.
No, he doesn't. If you did have any lectures with him at all, he doesn't recognize you from them. Perhaps you didn't stand out too strongly in history. So, what is this all about? Does anyone here speak English? Or
We're here to talk about James Fraser. Have you seen him recently?
James? Yes. Oh, yes, the banker's son. Can't say I have, actually. I haven't seen him in a while. Maybe 2 weeks now, something like that. He hasn't been coming to lectures. Hasn't had any assignments either. It's strange.
He's normally a good student, then?
Normally very diligent, yes.
I don't suppose you know what he was particularly studying up to the last time you saw him?
He was working on his... It's not called a master's, is it? It's called...
Dissertation?
Bachelor's degree, and would be an undergraduate
degree, wouldn't it? But there's... what's the final, the third year project that they do called?
Oh gosh, I wouldn't know. What the project is.
Okay, I'll just say he was working on a history report of some kind. Nothing.
Do you know what it was to do with in particular?
Nothing of interest to you. He rattles off a name of some kind of history.
And did you notice any sort of strange behaviour beforehand? We'd heard that he'd not been coming into some early morning lectures in particular.
I haven't seen him at all in the last 2 weeks, to be honest, now that you mention it. But before then, he was, missing a lot of morning lectures, and as I said, his grades don't seem to be improving as much as they could have been. He seemed to have lost interest, if I'm honest. Like his heart wasn't in it anymore. It happens, from time to time. Students burn out and they lose interest in their subject they're studying, and perhaps they drop out. Although it's terrible for the banker's son to do such a thing to his father.
Oh, I'm sure he's only temporary, whatever it is. We'll potentially get him to come back soon.
Yes, I'd like to see him again. He was an interesting fellow. Bright, You don't see that in all the students.
Can I have a sense if he's genuine?
Make a psychology roll.
Yay!
Yeah, he seems to be completely forward with you. Doesn't seem to be hiding anything or holding anything back. Just answering your questions earnestly, looking you in the eye and just telling it to you level-headedly. It seems that no one at the university has information for you. Most people haven't even noticed that he's gone missing. Those that know that he's gone missing don't really know why or what happened. They just haven't seen him in a little while.
And not even his friend.
Not even his friend, his closest friend.
Very odd.
I'm going to whisper to everyone. So the one occult link seems to be the hotel, and then we've got his girlfriend Emily. That's like the two things.
Yeah.
I think motel's our next call.
But is Emily... Oh, because she's in
Kingsport. Yep, so if you like, I can take you all to a map. Show you Lovecraft Country. Is everyone seeing this?
Yes.
Yeah.
The map of Lovecraft Country. This is the best map I could find, so you have to scroll all the way in, unfortunately. But if you scroll in above Arkham, scroll into Arkham, slightly south of it, there's a lake, and then even further south, there's Kingsport.
Ah, okay.
So his girlfriend lives in Kingsport, lives here. This is where he was going to meet Emily.
Yeah.
And he was staying, he said he was staying at a motel at the lake. Squatter's Lake, which I assume is this one here, because it's the only lake I can see between Arkham and Kingsport on the map.
Yeah. Okay. Now that makes sense that he went to the lake first. Yeah, okay.
Because he'd been traveling.
Wait. Guy is from here in Woonsocket, Rhode Island.
Guys?
You can see where Guy is from here, where I'm clicking.
Oh, I can't see. Oh, I see. Massachusetts, Rhode Island, yeah.
You're not seeing my ping?
I am now, yeah, on the bottom right.
Oh, sorry.
Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
No, it's fine. That's cool. Good to know. That's where Guy's from.
Okay, so the lake first, definitely. It's on the way to see Emily. Perhaps we could go to the lake, and if it's too late at night, book a room there.
You think we should? Because I think I've got. Did I get given Emily's phone number, or just like?
Yeah, you've got her phone number and her address.
And like, do you think we should call her first, or do you think we need to surprise her?
No, why not call her, and then maybe she's got more information about where he was planning to stay or anything like that, or if he actually had booked into the hotel, then we would know if they're lying when we get there.
I'm happy to call her and just see if I can smooth her and see how she's doing as well.
Okay, so when you ring, it barely rings more than once or twice, and then someone picks up and you hear a female voice say, "James, is that you?"
Part of me wants to pretend I'm James, but that would be me. I'm one of his good friends. I've also been speaking to Bryce, and we're wondering if you've seen him. We're trying to find him as well.
Oh, I haven't seen him in days. And she bursts into tears. And you hear sobbing and crying and spattering of water at the end of the phone, and nose dribbling, and it's awful and horrendous. And she tells you that she hasn't seen James or heard from him for about 10 days now.
Okay, can I ask her about the hotel? I said, I'll say I heard you were supposed to meet him at the Squatters Lake Motel?
Meet him? No, he was coming here. I was supposed to meet him here at home. Said he was just going to stay there for a night and then carry on in the journey in the morning.
Oh, okay. Sorry, yeah, crossed wires. I thought you were actually meeting him there. And yeah. And do you know where? Yeah, has he been how's he been acting the last few weeks? I heard he'd not been sleeping too well or sleeping too much.
He hasn't told me anything. If that's the case, we were talking about eloping. I was looking forward to seeing him again. But I haven't heard from him, and he's gone. I don't know what to do.
And why were you going to elope with him?
Just the pressures and difficulties of student life and being the son of a banker. It was too much for James. He just wanted a life away from it, a peaceful life, and I would be happy to give it to him.
Oh, well, you sound like a lovely person. Would we be able to come and talk to you and just possibly help you as well find James? Would that be okay?
If you wish, we can talk now. What's to stop us talking on the phone?
Nothing. I guess as I'm trying to smooth her, I'll be asking the guys if they want me to ask her anything.
How did they meet?
Did he? Yeah, sorry, but did he say whether or not he'd actually booked into the hotel when you spoke to him last?
No, he said he was en route, and that he would be getting to me the next day, and that he was tired and would be checking into the motel at Squatters Lake.
Did he say where he was when he phoned you?
No, unfortunately he didn't, actually.
Can you ask how they met?
It may have been... how they met.
Yeah. No, carry on.
Yeah, no, we met at a social at the university. I was thinking about going, and there was a student party that I went to while I was there. I met James there. He seemed the quiet sort. He was a little overwhelming, to be honest, but it was nice to have someone to talk to, you know? He was so nice to me, and we just kind of hit it off, and then he started to come and see me, and it just went from there, you know, really. I think we stole each other's hearts. It was destiny, but now he's just gone.
It sounds absolutely tragic, but we're going to do everything we can to we'll find him for you, one way or another.
Oh, please do.
Anyone else, any other questions before I hang up on her?
I think we've got to go to the motel.
Guy wants to know, so if it turns out that James isn't going to need that Chrysler coupe anymore, how much would he take for it?
Did you take the phone and you're asking her this directly, or?
No, Sterling's not allowing it.
Sterling, are you asking this to Sterling? Okay.
It's like, bye, Emily. I'll talk to you later. It's bye.
Okay, so Sterling ignores you, Guy.
It is a bit odd that she didn't want us to go there.
I mean, she clearly sounds upset, though, doesn't she? So, I mean...
Yeah, okay, but...
I mean, I still have her address if needed as well. We could go in.
Yes.
You know.
Yes.
I guess
Guy. Sorry, it was Guy. I just met a little suggestion. I think maybe you need to go back and see the shrink again.
Oh, you didn't like my French dinner either. I get it.
No. We loved it so much that we are hoping.
I thought it was nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, Sterling kind of enjoyed it. He likes posh food.
Yeah.
So.
Hopefully there will be another soon.
So I guess, are we guys all packing up for the motel? What time is it now for us?
So it's the early afternoon, I'd say.
And how long's the drive?
You can make it by nightfall to the motel you're talking about, or Kingsport.
Yeah, motel.
The motel, yeah, you can make it by nightfall, yeah.
It doesn't look like that far.
Yeah, I'm happy with that. Unless anyone needs to pick any other supplies up before we go.
Yeah, one thing I didn't remember to ask, when I bought the shotgun, I think it goes without saying, I got the ammo as well.
I assumed that you'd bought ammo for it as well, yeah.
Yeah, okay. Good. So I don't know.
Obviously, you can only carry a limited number of shells because of their weight and capacity of carrying them. But you can keep basically as many as you want in the crate of the car, in the trunk of the car. Mm-hmm. So however many you want to spend, however much. I think they're $1 each or something, aren't they, at this point?
Okay.
No, there's cents.
Right. So whatever, how much they are, just figure it out and take it off the 200 you were given.
Yeah. Okay.
Cool.
Do we need torches?
I think Kev's got that covered with his usual
stuff like that in the car.
Yeah.
Okay.
16 gauge. It's $26, but for a box of 25.
Right. So they're like $1 each.
Yeah.
So this is 200 minus. How much was the box?
$26.
26.
And I gave you 25 shells.
25 shells. Okay. Alright, 25 shells. Thanks.
No worries. So, you leave Arkham. You will get in Abraham Lincoln's... What car do you have?
Whatever the company car is, I can't remember now.
Company car. You get in his company car and you drive to Squatter's Lake.
Is it a successful drive?
Yes. It takes you most of the afternoon, but you get there in the late evening. Is everyone on the new map?
Yep.
Yeah.
Ooh, I need to expand down that one.
So you get there in the early evening, just as the sun's setting and the darkness begins to creep in along the horizon. And the first thing you see, obviously, is the lake. It's a bean-shaped lake that's about 950 feet in length and 325 feet in width. The motel is located to the west of the lake, near the middle of the curved shore, facing the indented side of the so-called bean of the lake. Yes, thank you. The eastern indent holds the remnants of the original settlers' homes in the form of fallen chimney stacks and overgrown vegetable patches. Can you see over here?
Okay.
From the southeastern side to the northwest, a dirt road circles the lake, the southeast leading to Kingsport and the northwest to Arkham and Clark's Corners. Beside the road are two wooden beams crossed in an upside-down V with a sign proclaiming Squatter's Lake Motel in white paint on a black background. So just over here somewhere is the sign. A second smaller wooden panel is attached to the bottom with the word vacancies written across it in yellow writing on a red background. And hemlock trees surround the lake in abundance, almost touching the lake in the southwestern corner. So down here.
Yes, interesting historical note, friends. The hemlock trees really were not good for building, and the buildings rotted, and that's why the place was abandoned as a settlement.
Oh.
Hmm. And what about the banana boats and donuts and canoes?
They look like just rowboats, which have been nailed in to the bank to stop them floating away if the lake floods. The motel is a T-shaped building. The top left of the T facing the road and holding the reception. So just here, I'm assuming you drive up to it.
Yeah.
So as you drive up, this is what you notice. 8 rooms form the bottom of the T, 4 to each side. Wooden panelled, the building is raised on stilts, flat roofed, with porches and balconies along its side. There are 6 staircases leading to the porches, 4 connecting to the rooms and 2 connecting to the front and rear of the T shape. So here and here. The doors and window frames are painted green and oil lamps hang at intervals beside each door. You assume these are illuminated at night because there is a man walking around illuminating them as you speak, as the darkness sets in. and the reception area is illuminated and well lit. There are spaces for cars parked, marked on either side of the motel in chalk, and 2 cars currently reside in the parking spaces facing the lake. So it hasn't drawn. They've put them here, but it's supposed to be here. So there's supposed to be only 2 cars, and they're supposed to be here. They've drawn 3 for some reason on this map.
Okay.
Don't know why.
Any of them is car?
Any what? Sorry?
Any of them is any of them James's car?
No. You notice immediately that neither of the 2 resemble them. There is a... give me a second and I will find the cars. Okay, so one of them is a 1930 yellow Buick Marquette. And the other one is a battered Ford Model T runabout pickup truck. Parked outside the rooms on the other side. So I'm assuming you get out.
Yeah.
You park up, you get out and start walking towards reception. Reception. Yeah. So I'm going to move us.
I'm going to ask the guys, I'm like, are we going in forceful? Or are we going to put, go in cool, like we're, on a trip or something?
All right, I think to start with, we just go in there and look like we're just booking in. And so when we sign the register, I'll look to see if we can see his name in there before we start asking any questions.
Okay, so we're playing it cool. I'm just checking, because then, I was thinking maybe we could say that we're, off to a party or something and checking in. And then we could maybe move it around to, asking if, something. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So it sounded cool. So we're not just commanding information about a random person.
Yeah.
Okay, can everyone see the new map?
Yep.
Can everyone see the entirety of it?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay. So I'm not really sure what you guys are seeing, because obviously I'm seeing the GM, which has got lots of notes and hidden stuff hidden on it. So I can't tell what stuff exactly is hidden and which stuff isn't.
No words on it, no obvious secret doors or anything like that. There's 2, 4, 6, looks like 8
rooms,
guest rooms, and then there's a bunch of rooms at the back there which probably aren't guest quarters by the looks of it.
Okay, great. That's pretty much what you should see. Good. So this is just to show you that these black things here, these are the stairs leading up from the ground onto the balconies. These are the balconies outside the rooms.
Okay.
So that's how you gain access to the building, because it's on stilts. And then the same at the back. These black things are the stairs leading down to the ground, and then they lead onto the landings in front of each of the rooms. What would you like to do?
Well, should we have a cover story for
that's
the
what I was saying before. Maybe we should make something up. I was thinking we could do, maybe one of us could distract them, and then we could check the book for the date that he would have checked in and just see if he is signed in without them even knowing.
Okay, who wants to try to distract? Well, you've got a good charm, and if it's a lady and a guy, I don't know, you two try and charm, we have a look through the book.
Yeah,
and just play film it, trying to find somewhere to sign.
I was thinking that Guy could just play the role that he is, a reporter, and ask them ask the clerk if they want to do any advertising in the Arkham Gazette, and give them my pitch for why that would be so good for their business.
Sounds cool.
Yeah, I think that's cool.
Okay, that sounds like an awesome plan of action. Unfortunately, we're going to have to put it on hold, guys, because we have reached the halfway point. We're going to take this time to go to the loo, get ourselves some drinks, do anything we have to do. For those of you at home, we'll be back in about 10 minutes or so. So don't go anywhere and grab yourself a cup of coffee, because we'll be right back at about 8:40. See you all then. Alright guys, we are back with Call of Cthulhu. Our investigators have just got to the Squatters Lake Motel in search of James Fraser, who is a missing person at this point. His father got in touch with them while they're having a dinner party and has beseeched them to find where his son has gone. The most recent point of contact for him was Squatters Motel. And so the investigators can take it from here.
Well, Guy will lead the way. He'll go in.
Well, hang on. If I go in and start to talk to him about booking the rooms, and then as I get the register in my hands, then you can start hitting him with your bit about the sales pitch, and then hopefully I will already have the thing in my hand and start to be able to look through it without the mission of looking for it.
That works even better, yeah.
So while you're muttering to each other coming in from the car park, the guy who's lighting the oil lamps that I mentioned before up on the balcony turns and sees you. Says, "Well, howdy there, folks. Welcome to the Squatters Lake Motel. I'm here, William, and this here, I'm William. What can I do for you all?" And he starts walking down these stairs to the ground to meet you.
Oh, we're here for a couple of rooms, and that's you're not from around here, are you, with that accent?
I'm not really sure where I'm from, to be honest. Now come on up to reception, and we'll get you checked in then. And he walks up. Reception's up here. So he leads you inside. It's a brightly lit room. There is a man sitting in the corner. The most immediate thing you notice is a man sitting in the corner in a wheelchair. He's wearing brown slacks and a white shirt. His frail hands grip the arms tightly. And he squints at you as you enter and then gives a curt nod. And he says, Don't mind old Robert over there. He can't speak much anymore. Took a funny turn a few years back, you see. He moves swiftly over to the desk, smiles at each investigator, and then leans behind the desk to remove a guest book bound in red leather. I'll just give you a quick description of the room as well. So the door to the reception is glass panelled with a wide shuttered window to its right. This is the window there. A white card bearing the word vacancy hangs from the inside of the door. And a bell above the door rings as you enter. You've already entered, so that's fine. A wide wooden desk fronts the far wall. And the room is built from varnished wooden panels with a door leading to another room here with the words "Keep Out" written on the front of it. On the wall behind the desk are two stuffed and mounted boar heads, between which hangs a 20-gauge double-barreled shotgun. A rack of keys hangs beneath the shotgun. The desk holds two oil lamps, which are currently lit, a jar filled with pencils, and a brass bell shaped like a swan. The walls to the left and right of the desk are covered in vehicle license plates, collected from the early 1900s to the present. There are many, so 1920s it is now, 1922. There are many dusty spaces on the wall to the right of the reception, as if some of the number plates have been taken down recently.
A quick scan of the number plates. Do I see any, the ones that for the James's car?
You can't see any that match, no.
Oh yeah, you having a redecoration there, sir, with the change in number plates?
Changing number plates? What do you mean there, son?
Oh, up there, isn't that where you used to have some more number plates?
Oh, I'm not quite sure what you mean. I think it's just a bit dusty up there. And he goes over and just wipes some of the dust off.
I'm waiting for it.
Sterling's going to start whispering, the plan.
I'm waiting for Agent Lincoln to approach that.
Yeah, can I just have a look at the keys that are up there?
Keys
are they
back
all
here
there, or is there any keys that are missing?
There look like there are a couple that are missing. Rooms 6, 7, and 8 don't seem to be there.
6, 7, and 8. I've got no clue where they are. So So can we have a couple of rooms, probably 3, that overlook the lake?
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm afraid the beds that the rooms that overlook the lake have all been occupied. We do have rooms 1, 2, 3, and 4 available for you if you like.
Is that one, that one, and that one?
And that one. That's correct.
Okay. I guess we would want.
Well, I mean, rooms 2 and 3 are both singles. So unless you want 3 rooms, I suggest you take room 1 and 4, and a couple of you will have to share if, and that's not a problem.
I suspect the lady might want her own room. It would be appropriate.
Not really.
Well, that's up to you. It's entirely up to you.
If she wants to share a room.
It's 50 cents a night each room, cash in advance.
Sir, while they're making up their mind, Guy Fontaine, our Arkham Gazette, I'm here with an amazing discount advertising offer.
As he starts to talk, I'll grab the book.
Sorry, what?
As he starts to talk, I'll pick up the book and look for a page to sign in.
Okay.
And I'll just go on and on with my pitch until I can see that he's getting a little irritated up to that point.
So he looks a little confused by you, and you kind of rushing up and start shaking his hands, and kind of pull his attention away from the book.
I'll talk to the guy in the chair as well.
Yeah, the guy. You realise there was the guy in the wheelchair who's just watching all of this take place.
Go and chat to him.
Okay. So he completely ignores you. He just sits there staring. It's kind of like the guy in. Have you seen Breaking Bad?
Oh yes.
But Sterling don't care. Sterling's gonna keep going on.
Sterling don't care.
Fall weather is. I presume it's fall. And how charming motel it is. Asking about local tourist attractions, even if he gets no response because he's trying to block vision from him.
Okay. Cool. No worries. I like it.
Sir, Thanksgiving is quick approaching, and you can imagine the clientele you're going to attract here once you do your advertising in the Arkham Gazette.
Oh, all right. You're some fancy magazine, are you?
I am astounded, sir, that you don't recognize the name of our local newspaper in Arkham, Massachusetts.
Oh.
You apparently are not from around here originally.
No, I'm from merry old England, as you can probably tell. A little place called Britchester, near the Severn River Valley.
Well, welcome to the good old US of A, sir.
Well, I've been here for more than a decade or so, but thank you, I appreciate that.
You've never read a paper in all that time.
Apparently not, no. So, about the book. Let me just find. Okay, so as you thumb through the book, you notice that one of the more recent pages of the book has been ripped out, and you get.
Would it be about 10 days ago?
Yes, it seems that way.
Oh, dodgy. Do they have a phone? Is there a visible phone in the reception area?
There's not, no.
Oh. We clearly didn't, unless we find a phone later, we didn't call from here.
Yeah, okay, I mean, I can't say this at the moment, but could ask if there is a phone available that we could use.
Yeah, I think we should do that, just to check.
I'm sorry, we don't believe in that sort of technology. We don't have that equipment around here.
So
where's the nearest phone that we could use?
Where's the nearest? Yeah.
There's a supermarket down the south, a little ways off down the road. You could get. They might have a telephone there.
I'll having found this missing page. Is it the page next to it all right? I mean, can I have a look to see the page before and after to see if maybe I can see an indent where somebody might have written in it?
Yes. I don't even know what you'd roll for that, to be honest. Spot hidden, I suppose.
Okay. Ooh. Do I see anything?
You see nothing out of the ordinary. It just looks like an ordinary logbook with various names written in it.
No, I was trying to see if I could see an indent of James booking
Yeah,
in somewhere.
no, there's no indent or anything. It's just normal writing on each page.
Can Sterling do a psychology roll on the strange old man who's just not giving him any type of response?
To determine what?
Well, like, I mean, like, is he, like, maybe comatose or, like, I guess, yeah, I don't know, taking too much dope or something?
You can do a psychology check, sure.
Okay, I'm just thinking because he's a little bit strange. Roll20's not being nice to me today at all. Okay, here we go. Okay.
Would you like to spend 4 luck to contain that to a success?
Yeah, I'm going to ask the rest of the party. What do you think I do? Do I need to use luck to get? Is it worth it with this guy? Or
I think you should push the roll.
push it? Okay, yeah, I'm going to push it.
Okay, what are you doing to push it exactly?
He's
thanks, man. No,
purely because I think it's funny and it might work. I think because he's not spoke, Sterling's going to like maybe poke him a little bit, to see like if he's, he's got like nerve endings or something.
You're poking the old man. Yeah, love it. Go ahead and make a psychology roll.
Okay, so I do another one. Yeah, I do it again.
Yeah, you do another one.
See how bad it goes.
Yeah.
Okay. Pray that it doesn't go badly. Okay. No.
Never listen to me.
He's mad,
He trembles and jumps. He goes and falls out of the chair. And the Mr. William immediately looks up and sees you looking at the page that's been ripped out in the book. And he says, "What are you?" and looks over and sees Sterling standing above the old man, who's sort of trembling on the floor now. He says, "What are you doing? What the hell are you doing?"
I was just trying to help him. He looked like he was drooling.
Don't touch him. Leave him alone. Get away from him. Get back now. Get back. He comes over and he stands between you and the old man on the floor, Robert.
Let me assist you, sir. The Arkham Gazette.
No, it's fine. I got this. He's my brother. I don't want to hear nothing about your Arkham Gazette right now. And he leans over and starts tending to his brother and trying to pick him back up and put him in the wheelchair. I don't think I haven't noticed you keeping that book. You hand that book back over when you're finished with it. You're meant to be signing the end page. Don't know what you're doing all the way back there.
Oh, just trying to find where to send, and then there's like pages that
it's on the last page.
For some reason.
On the last page.
The last page. Oh, okay. Did you drop the book or something? It seems like it's been ripped out. Pages of it.
Oh no! I spilled coffee on that the other day. I had to rip the page out. It was ruined, and didn't want the rest of the book to get ruined.
Ah, okay.
We're all up for a psychology check here.
Okay.
Is he lying or not? I don't know.
You're too busy trying to sell your magazine to him still.
I'm be like, Francis, have you got some of that delicious chocolate that you give people?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So he's got his brother Robert in the chair, and he walks over and he grabs the guest book out of your hands and slams it on the table, flips it to the last page and says, "Here, you twit! What's wrong with you? Are you born outside the country? Something wrong with your head? It's obvious, isn't it?"
Hey, don't talk to me like that. I mean, your voice doesn't stay the same for more than 2 seconds.
That's just the accent I got from where I came from and all.
That English accent you've got.
I've noticed, I've just noticed Francis Walstead is still outside. Are you with us, Eleanor?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
The door.
Okay.
Yep.
Can you move your token around and stuff?
Oh, sorry. Yeah.
I just want to make sure it's working, that's all. Okay, yeah, brilliant. Cool.
Yeah.
All good, thank you.
I'm watching this scene, and I'm actually finding it very hard to keep a straight face.
Francis, you rolled a fumble on your psychology.
Have I?
96 to 100 is a fumble when you have a skill of lower than 50.
Broken,
Wonderful.
Francis. Broken for me.
So I have to try and figure out what you've done to fumble the psychology roll.
Well, I don't know. Maybe I was psychoanalyzing the door.
I think you inadvertently gave away what you're doing here. You come walking into the room and say, "Have you found James yet? Where is he here? Have you checked the logbook?"
No. Don't put that terrible responsibility on me. Oh no. Okay, right.
Sterling's like, thanks, we'll just get our rooms, and he's going to put all his money down, which I think's like $8, and be like,
And it's about $1, isn't it? It's 50 cents a night.
Yeah, no, but this is because we've been assholes, and he looks poor. So I'm going to tell him he looks poor, but
I want this room.
Sterling's giving him $8 and saying he really apologizes for the misunderstanding, and I hope this will cover everything. And he's going to walk out.
All right, well, don't be forgetting your keys now, son. I appreciate the generosity, though. And he takes keys from the rack, keys for room 1, and you said you wanted room 2 and 3 as well, right? Separate rooms or something?
No, we've ended up having just the 2 rooms.
Okay, well, you're more than covered, basically, so just whichever keys he gives you. So, room 1 and 4 then, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Right, I want to be in this one, please, because there's 2 separate beds.
I'll do the same, I'll go in there. Yeah, just you 2 boys sharing that one in the far end.
No way you couldn't just get 4 rooms, because then we could have, Anyway.
I do not want to sleep alone in this place. Definitely not. I don't think it's wise.
I'm pretty sure one of us is going to have to be on watch. I don't think we've come here for a nice, restful holiday.
Well, that's the thing. If we are in pairs in the room,
yeah, I think we should
watch someone to sleep.
Yeah, I think we should be in pairs as well.
Then we may gather, I hope, right? So in one room. So if we all go, actually, let's go away from reception. Let's go all here to talk about things that I have in my head.
Yeah, I'll just give you a quick description of the room. So the interior of each room is similar, except for the number of beds, as described by William. There is a window to each side of the door, protected by wooden shutters. The walls, floor, and ceiling are made from wooden panels. I really don't understand this, to be honest. The ceiling and floor are made with wooden panels. Okay, and the walls adjoining other rooms are panelled in plaster and decorated in a green and white diamond patterned wallpaper. A door connects. Oh, I understand that now. Okay, yeah, no worries. A door connects each room to its eastern or western neighbour. That's what these doors here can be seen. But they're bolted. They're bolted from both sides.
Oh.
So you have to get into either room to unbolt them to get through them.
Okay.
Each room has a bedside table holding an oil lamp and an alarm clock, a dresser, a wardrobe, a small dining table with 2 chairs and a large oval mirror on the wall. A small bathroom is built inside each room, complete with toilet, sink and shower. That's what these rooms are in each of them. That's the bathrooms. And then obviously those square things are the beds, as you've worked out already. The door to the bathroom has a weak bolt attached to it, so you can lock it from the inside. And each room has a handcrafted, jewel-patterned Navajo rug on the floor.
Okay.
So guys, how do you think that well with the plan and everything?
It didn't exactly go to plan.
It's
highly suspicious that page has been ripped out on the day that he was supposed to be in. I don't believe for a second the coffee story, because none of the other pages were damaged.
Yeah.
So what's about all these registrations hanging on the wall?
Yeah, it's weird.
And there are some places missing. I just wonder Do they collect people that come around? Maybe lonely people, alone people, like those ladies we mentioned in that movie. What was that? Something with the laces, yeah. Arsenic and the old movie with the 3 old ladies.
Arsenic and Old Lace.
That's the one.
Can't say I've heard of it, to be honest.
I've not heard of that one.
No. Okay, James Stewart, I believe.
Or Cary Grant.
Cary Grant, perhaps. Yeah, this is actually a nice movie if you have the chance to watch it. Okay, anyway, maybe they are taking guests in the basement.
I don't think there's a basement here because the building's on stilts, isn't it?
No, I was looking at the way
there's a big lake here.
Maybe they're taking to the other side of the lake where the Indian settlement was.
Maybe there's a big tentacle beast in the big lake thing.
That's right. A sacrifice thing.
Yeah.
Or maybe they're perfectly ordinary people and we're just...
Maybe Sterling's just poked and shoved a disabled man onto a small floor. Yeah, that could have happened as well.
And he's completely unfazed by it as well. I should have asked you to make a sanity roll. Whilst you're all talking, you hear muffled, angry voices coming from reception.
Ooh. Have a walk along and have a listen at the door there.
Oh yeah.
The wall.
It's not coming. Okay, so as you open the door, you see 2 people stood outside reception having a conversation, a heated conversation.
Okay. I shall hang back against the wall as far as I can, so I'm not an obvious view.
Okay.
So
you see,
we could have raced through, but we don't do it.
Say again, sorry.
Which rooms have we got again? Because I was going to say I can't just walk through the rooms, can I?
This one,
and this one.
2.
Yeah, 1 and 4. So the 2 on the end, and yeah, these doors are all locked from both sides.
Yeah, so
you can't get through them.
Still, it'll go outside for a pretend smoke.
I will go to my room and.
Okay, so you see the man who greeted you, William, outside a reception with his arms folded, facing a bespectacled, pimply-faced young man with a shock of red hair. The young man stands gesticulating wildly and appears extremely agitated. He says, "You said you don't know if he'd stayed here. I know he did, as he told me so." And William says, "Now calm down, young sir. There are people trying to get rest here." The young man
recognize it. Yeah, Mr. Fraser.
The young man says, "Rest? Here? What with all that noise under the rooms at night? Good luck to them. Now what room did he stay in? Tell me." William seems to grow angry from this. He says, "I said I don't know, and that's my final answer. Now stop bothering me, or you can get the hell out of my motel." At this, the young man slaps his thigh in agitation and storms off around the other side of the motel. So he storms off around this way.
I'll follow him.
Yeah, we all follow him, I think.
Okay. Can everyone make a stealth roll in that case?
I'm not trying to be stealthy.
Oh, okay. You're just following him. Okay, sure.
Yeah, I'm just gonna
Can you all make? Well, okay. William. In that case, William sees you, so turns and he sees you and watching.
Oh.
And
where is William? And I'll walk up to him.
William's over here. He just shrugs.
Oh, is William the guy that?
What's happening? Are we doing stealth or not? William's the old man. William's the old man who greeted you.
Oh, I thought he'd gone back to the reception.
No, he was standing there, and the young man started walking off around this way.
I try to be stealthy for William.
Yeah, I'll try to avoid being seen by him.
Okay, use stealth rolls in that case.
Bum.
Oh.
Nope. Click, clock, click, clock.
Okay, so Francis and Guy, you are extremely stealthy. Make sure you check that off. And you go down the stairs quietly, but then Abraham Lincoln's your official shoes make clip-clopping sounds on the metal stairs as you go down. And William turns and sees you as you come down, and these two have disappeared around the corner.
I'll walk towards William when I realise that he's seen me.
Okay. He smiles and shakes his head, waving his hands in apparent exhaustion. And he's about to head back to reception when he notices you approaching him.
Excuse me, sir. Is there anywhere I can get like a Coke or coffee or anything like that? Do you have a vending machine or anything?
Vending machine? No, we ain't got nothing like that, sorry. There's a small kitchenette up in my living quarters. I'll be happy to make you a brew if you're interested.
Oh, yeah.
While this is all going, can Sterling have sneaked into reception? Because there's just the guy in the wheelchair there right now, isn't there?
He is... You wouldn't... There's no way of being able... Hang on. In order to get to reception, you have to come up these stairs. In order to come up these stairs, you have to come down these stairs and along the grounds. So you'd have had to effectively been invisible and snuck past William while he's talking to Abraham Lincoln in order to get into reception. Plus, Abraham Lincoln is now coming on his way up the stairs with William to reception.
So, okay, so I basically wouldn't have been able to just walk into reception before him.
No,
he wasn't out that long.
Not really, no.
Never mind.
Just because of the way that the buildings are laid out.
Damn it.
You might follow me in afterwards, and I'll try to follow him through to the back. And...
Oh, he'll stop you saying, "Oh no, now, sir, just please kindly wait here in reception.
Oh, okay.
I'll go and make that brew for you." And he stands, and as the door swings,
Strong and black, my friend.
So strong and black. Okay. Yeah. As the door swings shut, you see him step to about here, where there's a small kitchenette, and he starts
anything in there,
boiling putting a kettle on.
It's on stilts, the building, right? So I can't peek through a window over there because it's on stilts.
No,
right?
Exactly. The only window is here as well.
Yeah.
Is wheelchair guy still in this room?
He is gone. He's disappeared along with the wheelchair.
Anything behind the counter?
Yeah. Please make a spot hidden.
Oh, I'm on form tonight. What counter?
You could spend 3 luck if you wanted to convert that to a success.
If I spend luck, I don't get a success, do I?
You don't get a success check, but you still get the success of the roll.
I'll push my roll.
Oh, okay.
So what I'll do is I'll kneel down so that I can look around it. But whilst I'm kneeling down, I'm going to undo my shoelace.
I see. Very clever. Okay. Please make the roll.
Ooh.
Okay, so as you lean down to untie your shoelace, you notice to the right of you, in the cubby holes behind the desk, amongst the dust, there's a pile of number plates.
Yeah.
Is the top one by any chance belonging to our missing car?
Make a luck roll.
Ooh.
Yep, lying there on the top surface is the number plate AB1652. An exact match for James Fraser's car.
Right. I ain't going to kick off anything at the moment, so I'll just have tied my shoelace and stand up.
Okay.
Lean against the side here and wait for my coffee.
Sterling's going to wait outside just to keep an eye on everything.
Okay, so he brings you the cup of coffee and he starts talking to you amicably about the area and what you're doing here and having a general conversation that he'd have with anyone. Francis and Guy, what are you up to, having followed the young man?
Should we just wait to see what room he goes to and then knock on his door?
Okay, he might just be going to his car. Maybe it doesn't have... Yeah, absolutely. we wait for the guy. We wait to see where he goes, and then.
Okay, you hear him muttering all the way along here, and he comes up the stairs, and evidently a door opens and then closes, and the muttering quietens and ceases.
Okay, so
politely knock on his door.
Yeah, let's go up and knock.
Hello? Who is it?
Yes, sir, young man. My name is Guy Fontaine, Arkham Gazette, and this is my good associate here, Francis Walstead. And we understand you've encountered some kind of difficulty with the management here. And I can assure you that if you want to share your story with us, I can bring the full investigative powers of the Arkham Gazette to bear upon it. That's sort of my fast talk to get him to talk to us.
Okay, please make a persuade roll.
Okay. My fast talk is so much better.
Okay, I'll allow fast talk. I like to speak so much, I'll allow fast talk. Oh, it's still a failure. Would you like to push it? He says, "Oh, not right now. It's late. It's late," and starts trying to close the door.
Oh, but young man, wait. Hold on a second. Yes, I'll push it.
What are you doing? What would you say?
Yeah. The Arkham Gazette has solved many disputes between customers and management like this. And if you just give us a chance, I can prove to you we can help you resolve your problem, whatever it is. But first, you're going to have to tell me about it.
Okay, lovely. Please make another roll.
Oh, that's the wrong one. Sorry.
No.
Yeah, it is though. I'm supposed to make the roll, right?
Yeah, I'll allow you to make another one.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Okay, there you go. Very nice. So you succeed. Make sure you check that off.
Okay.
Because it's push rolls that you allow you, isn't it? It's when you use bonus die or luck, then you don't get it. Yeah. So push rolls is fine. Good. He looks reluctantly and says, "Oh." He looks at you reluctantly and he says, "Oh, right. Come on in, I suppose. Yes. If you think you can really help me, then I could use all the help I could get, I suppose."
What seems to be the problem? Come in, Francis.
Well, I was supposed to meet my friend here, my friend from Boston. He's called Abraham Hickey. Abe was meant to meet me a few weeks ago, but he still hasn't arrived.
What a coincidence. We happen to know an Abraham as well, but no, a completely different gentleman.
Oh, well, it is a fairly common name, you know. Was a famous man and all.
I'm sorry, I digress. Go ahead. Go on with your story.
Yes, thank you. So, Abe told me he was coming here the night before his own arrival, and he was very worried about what has happened, and I'm very worried about what's happened to him. It's been over 2 weeks, so I'm still looking for him.
Well, you are a very patient young man. How long have you been here?
Like I said, almost 2 weeks now.
My goodness. You must, and your association with this Abraham once again. I would assume you're fairly close. The fact that you've been waiting for him for all this time.
Oh, he's just a friend of mine. You know, we have a close acquaintanceship.
Mm-hmm. Francis, do you have any questions?
Yeah, you're saying that you've been here for 2 weeks.
Yes, well, I'm looking for my friend, you see. He told me he'd be here, and he hasn't showed up. I can't just leave now, can I? What would I do?
I look at Guy, and I say 2 weeks. He's been here 2 weeks.
We can certainly search the missing persons files at the Arkham Gazette, and maybe even make a stop by the police station to see if they have anything on this case.
Oh, I would appreciate that. So, would you do that for me?
Of course, yes.
I look at Guy again. And I repeat, it's been here for 2 weeks.
Yes.
Yes, that's what I said. 2 weeks.
He's not picking up the thing. Okay. You said they've been here for 2 weeks. Have you must have seen a lot of people coming and going.
I've seen a few people, yes.
Right. Okay. I'm just wondering what type of people are here. Are there many solitary travelers?
You get a couple. I saw a chap here the other night, actually. He seemed to be travelling alone.
Oh, okay. Because your friend was
And then there's Bill as well. Bill's currently staying, and Sarah too. Bill rents room 6, 2 doors down. He seems like an okay fellow.
And this Sarah is in?
Sarah's in the room next door.
7.
But I'm sure neither of them have been here as long as you have.
I don't believe so, no.
I mean, it's a nice spot all on the lake here, but 2 weeks is rather a lengthy stay for a small lake in Massachusetts.
Well, I'm going out of my mind with worry, you see. It's not about the location. It's no longer a holiday for me. I have to find my friend.
And what was the nature of your dispute with the management?
Oh, well, they deny him ever being here, but I know he stayed here. He told me he was here.
So he arrived before you?
Let me just check that.
And he must have rang you then to tell you that he was here. We didn't see any phones in reception. Did he tell you where he was ringing from?
That is a good question. No, he did not.
Okay.
Hang on a second, guys. Let me just find this. Yeah, he told him the night before his arrival. So Abe apparently arrived here and then called him and told him the night before he arrived that he was here. He must have called from the supermarket.
From the supermarket. Sorry, what is your name again?
My name's Jacob. I'm Jacob Trent. Nice to meet you.
Jacob Trent. Nice to meet you too.
Do you happen to recall what type of vehicle your friend James drives?
My friend James? My friend Abraham, you mean?
Oh, Abraham. Sorry, yes.
I
just had I met a James recently, and that name happened to be at the top of my head.
Oh, okay. No worries. I can't be certain, to be honest, actually. I haven't seen him in a while. So I'm not sure what car he would have been driving. He may have arrived in taxi. I'm not even sure if he drove.
Oh. And any particular reason for coming to this exact hotel?
It's sort of remote, I suppose. He kind of looks away.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Right. You know that chap you mentioned you see a few nights ago? It couldn't have been him, right? Because obviously you would have recognized it. Could you describe him?
Describe who? The chap he saw, or Abraham?
Yeah. The chap that Jacob saw a few nights ago. The lonely chap.
Yeah, okay. So yeah, they saw, yeah. He was 6'2" with blonde hair and blue eyes.
Right. I'm eyeing Guy, right? You know, with eyes, big eyes.
Yeah, and you didn't catch his name at all, did you?
No, we never got a chance to introduce ourselves. This was about over a week ago now, though, I say. So.
Can you remember what kind of car he drove?
Oh, no, I'm not really too good with the cars, and I wasn't paying much attention to him. I just noticed him leaving reception.
What is your car?
I don't have a car. I got a taxi here.
Okay. So presumably the two cars outside are Bill's and Sarah's.
And I guess I'd say so, yeah.
Okay.
So if you're saying that your friend Abraham arrived here and the management is denying that, what do you think they might be trying to cover up here?
Oh, I have no idea, but they're definitely lying, or they're complete idiots. I'd say it's the former. And I may just have to go about doing something to prove it if I have to.
Now, don't do anything that would get you into trouble.
No.
You've got a long life ahead of you, so it's best to keep your nose clean.
He looks away and then sort of comes to his senses and realizes what's going on. And he says, "Well, it's getting late now. It's getting late. You should please leave me be. I wish to get some rest." And he starts kind of ushering it out of the room.
Of
course. Well, we have some rooms on the other side of the place that if you need anything, just give us a knock on room 1 or room 4. And
yes, thank you.
We'd be happy to help you.
Thank you. I appreciate that. And I look forward to hearing what you discover in the Arkham Gazette archives.
I don't suppose you would consider the possibility of leaving this place and go back home.
Not without my friend Abraham. No, I'm committed to staying and finding him.
And we could find it try to find him for you, and then let you know.
Well, I appreciate that, but I'm not sure I can trust anyone else with it. It's sort of a personal matter. His friendship means so much to me. You see.
Yeah, I understand. And I put an arm on his shoulder, my hand on his shoulder, in total sympathy and comprehension.
Yeah.
And have a good night.
Yes, thank you. Yes, and he ushers and shuts the door.
Yeah, we'll hopefully see you tomorrow. I mutter between my teeth. Right, and back to the rooms. I say nothing. I hope the guy says nothing.
And we go back to Abraham and William, and he's saying, "And that's how you got a bash with a spoon."
Okay, when I finish my coffee, I'm going to leave.
Okay. I was going to say, "Man, you get some good rest now then."
Oh yeah, I always sleep well. Clear conscience. That makes you sleep well.
And he just stands there watching you walk out of reception.
Well, it looks like we need a meeting of the minds here to share.
Yeah, when I go back to them, and are you going to update me on what you found, and I'll tell you that I found his number plate. I'll say, well, there's two things I think we should ask this guy William before he falls to sleep. One would be if he knows what room James was in, because following your description, that's clearly James. And second was, he talked about noises underneath the building. And I think we should check each of our floors as well, just to make sure there's no trapdoors or anything that something could come up through our floor.
Oh, under the rug, yeah.
As far as the first thing, Agent Lincoln, I don't think William or his whoever the old man was, they're not going to share any truthful information with us, because that young man...
Sorry, what was the name of the guy, the ginger hair?
Jacob?
Jacob, the kid
Jacob.
that you saw arguing.
Yeah.
It's Jacob Trent.
Yeah, Jacob. So Jacob was the one I was going to ask him about the room.
Well, fair enough.
Because there might be some sign that he was, blood on the floor or something like that.
What was the question? What was the question? Sorry, I missed that. I'm reading through something. What was?
So if you knew what room James was in,
yeah.
Also, what did he mean by that noise is underneath the building?
Well, you don't know. Yeah.
That's what I think we should go back and ask him.
Right.
Okay.
Well, we may have overspent our stay with him, Francis and I, so maybe you should, and if you'd like to take Sterling with you, perhaps the two of you would like to speak with him.
Yeah. Sterling, you're much better at this talking stuff than me.
Maybe we can bring some of that awful coffee with us.
Perhaps I'm just saying before you leave, guys. But I'm just saying maybe it is a time to share the truth with this Jacob, and telling that we too are looking for our friend who's missing, so you will be less suspicious. I do have a question, right? Clearly, there's something going on here. He describes a blonde, 6'2", that it's too much of a coincidence not being James. You find, presumably you have shared everything, right?
Yeah, I found his number plate.
You found his number plate. My question is, there is a lonely man in the name of James coming into the hotel. There's a lonely man in the name of Abraham come into the hotel. They disappear. Why has Jacob not disappeared yet? What's the connection between Abraham and... Oh, no, we don't know. Abraham could have come here with a taxi. I was thinking there was a car connection, because Jacob had definitely come here with a taxi. So why Abraham yes and James yes, but Jacob no?
Well, let's get the descriptions of Jacob's friend, and we don't know if he came in the car, but we know that that James did. So maybe the car's the link, or maybe they both look similar.
Maybe they look similar.
Could Jacob actually be a plant in that maybe he was just putting on a performance and he's really a spy working for management to spy on us?
Well, what did you think when you spoke to him?
Oh.
Could we make sort of a latent psychology check?
It'll be an extreme success since you're not there anymore. And you're thinking back.
Hard success. It was only like 5 minutes ago.
Yeah. You get... Okay, thinking back, you got the impression he was hiding something from you, although you couldn't tell whether it was pertinent to the case or just something he was trying to keep concealed in general. Apart from that, he seemed quite earnest and genuine.
I'll share my suspicions with the others.
Well, I have a suspicion to know what he was trying to hide is his friendship with his friend Abraham. Being more than a friendship.
Ah. Now that Francis says that, does that ring true with me?
Yes.
Or no?
Yeah.
At that time, I don't know. It was bad, wasn't it? At that time. I know in England there was a crime, right?
Yeah, until the 60s, I think.
Yeah, because I remember in Bletchley the story of Turing and...
Turing. I just recently read Morris by Ian Foster, and he wrote it in the 19-teens and could not publish it until posthumously in 1975.
Oh, really? That's interesting.
All right. But I don't know in USA if there was a law like that.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah, I'm
Probably.
pretty sure.
Plus, people probably, they would have not been accepted. That's why they chose it. Because he said, I asked him why this hotel, because it's remote. So that's where it's starting to be more clear that I think there is more than friendship between them.
So he might be lying, but only, kind of protecting himself.
Yes.
Where, as opposed to, like, sneaky... Yeah, I understand. Sterling's got a weird idea, and he, even though he might regret it, thinks that he might try and spend the night in the car because all the cars are going missing, but he wants someone to keep an eye on him in case he gets kidnapped.
Oh dear, yeah. It's not going to be very comfortable.
Yeah, but I mean, all those license plates, I'm pretty sure someone's going to try something with the car tonight, so...
But we are not alone. Although Bill in room 6 is... I am assuming that men disappear and not women, but who knows?
And there was a woman in the other room.
There's only 2 cars here, isn't there? And we're presuming one of them might be management, so...
Oh.
Yeah,
They seem to live on site, so that might not be the case.
Yeah, it's true.
It's getting a bit late to knock on doors, though, at this point, right?
Yeah,
Perhaps
that's why I
we
say
should wait till more.
Sterling's offering to sleep in the car, but he does want someone to at least be watching probably all night because he thinks shit's going to happen tonight.
Yeah, I think it's still worth going and talking to him because we may not find him tomorrow morning.
That's very optimistic, but it could be right.
Yeah.
Sterling's gonna go and get more coffee because if you're gonna go to someone's place, you should at least be like. And he said he's tired, so Sterling will try and get some weird coffee off that old man.
Okay, and I think we should check those floors, like we said earlier on, looking underneath the rugs and stuff like that, just to make sure there aren't any hidden trapdoors and things like that in there. And once we've done that, I'd like to have a wander around underneath the building, looking for anything like disturbed earth and things like that.
Stealthily though, because that man seems to Will seems to come out a lot if he hears anything.
Okay, you pick up the rug, and lo and behold, there is a trapdoor leading to some kind of somewhere beneath the motel.
Let me guess, there's no lock on this side.
Nope, it seems to be bolted from the other side, from the underneath.
And this is could we check both our rooms to see if it holds true for both?
It holds true for both of them, yeah.
How easy would it be? Oh, sorry, I have to go down and have a look underneath, but how easy would it be to climb up from down below? How high is the steps, and is there any scaffolding taking you up to below the doors?
Well, directly below, there's kind of walls partitioning off the underneath the crawl space, underneath the actual motel itself. But from underneath, it shouldn't be too hard to climb up through the trapdoor, if that's what you're asking. No.
Mm-hmm.
Perhaps we could find a soft spot to punch a hole through and get underneath there from the exterior. Because this is by a lake, and so probably it takes some water damage from time to time.
As we walk around below, I check the walls to see if there's anywhere that might be a concealed door or, like somewhere that you can get in from externally. If not, then I'll consider breaking the floor a bit.
What, you mean breaking the trapdoor?
Yeah.
Okay. Give me 1 second.
That will make a lot of noise, though. That one might make too much noise, and this
Yeah,
guy
I was gonna
will-
say,
you're gonna have to make a strength check, and it's gonna be a hard success because it's quite a sturdy door.
Wait, hang on, I'm not doing that first. First one, I'm having to walk around outside looking underneath the...
Okay, there's no apparent entries or exits, no. Entrances or exits.
Okay. Is there anything I can use? Because, obviously, if I'll go to my car and get out, like a little jimmy thing, a little crowbar thing, to give me some help with...
There's not really anything you can jimmy, but a mallet might smash through it. You're making a lot of noise, though.
So I can't slide even a sort of heavy knife or anything like that in there to try to open it with less noise.
Kev, could you move your token to where you are? Because as far as we know, you're still in the front office there.
Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, I'm assuming you're in room 4.
Yeah. Okay. What I'll do then is I'll get whatever I'm going to use to try to break the door with, and I'll cover it with a mat to try to dull the noise, and maybe put a pillow on top as well, and then smack it.
Okay, so we're going to need a regular strength check, success, and a stealth roll as well, please, to see how successfully you extreme success to strength, so you busted through the trapdoor, no problem. But did you make a lot of noise? You need a stealth check. Nice. No, you muffled it very nicely with the pillows and carpet and the rug, and you smash down, and the trapdoor smashes open. But it's a low thud that echoes around the room. It's like, no, you're good.
And I'll just scan around to make sure no one else is strolling around out here who might have noticed any sounds. But he was so quiet, I guess it doesn't matter.
Yeah, no one's heard it.
I use a torch to see what I can see down there. I imagine it's pitch black.
Yep, it's completely pitch. There's no illumination down there. So
a lantern as well from the side, and
each room contains a lantern. Yep, that's fine. Yeah.
Okay, so shine that down there.
Okay, so you see the crawl space underneath with sawdust and wooden partitioning underneath it. And it just extends along the underneath the motel in front of you. There are a couple of cables coming from the bathroom. They're obviously running gas to the gas boiler. That's heating the hot water, and that's what you see.
Okay. Before I drop down in there, I think I'm going to go and pick up some of my specialist equipment. I'm just going to nip to the car,
Okay, what exactly are you grabbing?
A couple of torches and hold on, and wrap that up inside my carry bag. Okay. So like I'm picking up my night clothes and stuff like that, change of clothes.
Sure. Yeah, no problem. William seems to have disappeared. William and Robert seem to have disappeared from reception. They aren't there at the moment.
Well, I'm there, so could I not see them in reception?
Yeah, that's what I'm going. I was about to say, jumping back to you, Martin Sterling.
Hi.
There's no one in reception.
Okay, well, Sterling's definitely going to be, he'll, kind of open the door to the kitchen area just to see if he can see anyone in there.
Yeah, it appears to be abandoned.
Okay, well, he's definitely snooping around everywhere.
Okay, let me just give you a description of what you see in the living quarters. I just need to find it first. Not there. Okay. So, decorated with the same green and white wallpaper as the rooms, the living quarters are slightly larger than the guest rooms, roughly 20 by 10 feet in size. The room contains a frayed cream fabric sofa, a coffee table, and a shuttered window on the western wall. A cuckoo clock hangs from the eastern wall, beneath which stands a small kitchenette. I'm sorry, so the kitchenette was over here, actually.
Okay.
The kitchen cupboard holds various unused plates and utensils, and a box of shotgun shells for the shotgun hung in reception. The south wall holds a shelf lined with carved wooden animals. Like other furnishings, these are remnants. Remnants of the previous model. Yeah, appear to be remnants from a long time ago. Oil lamps hang from the north and south walls. Beneath the window here, there you can see immediately there is some kind of trap door. Yeah, that's all you see for now.
And what's in the two other little rooms? Can I see if they're open?
This door that you're currently standing at is locked, and this one is open.
Okay, I'll peek in the open one.
Okay. So it's decorated in the same way as the living quarters. It contains a single bed, a wardrobe, a bedside table with a lamp, and a small cubicle with a toilet sink and shower.
Yeah, I'll have a look at the trapdoor to see if it's open.
There's no one there.
This one actually has access to it, so you can unlock it. It's bolted from in here. So you can unbolt it and open it, no problem.
And is there any... Can I see a phone anywhere?
No, there's no telephone. No telephone.
Okay. Yeah, Sterling's because no one's nearby near him. He's just going to peer down the hole for a bit and see if he can see anything.
Okay, no problem. Going back to Abraham Lincoln and the others. What were you doing? You got your stuff, you got your carry bag, your night bag, and came back to room 4.
Yeah, well, I'm grabbing my gun and everything and saying, okay, guys, somebody want to go and find Sterling, or should we drop in now and see what's going on?
Oh, we should fetch Sterling first before we do anything else. I'll get him.
Okay, I'll guard the hole in case something jumps out.
Sterling, you in here? Sterling.
I'll be like, come here and see this big fancy hole I found that I don't know you guys have too.
Agent Lincoln found a hole. He opened the trap door.
Like, whose hole's bigger?
We're thinking about going through, but maybe we should start from our room. It might be safer than spending more time here. We could get caught any second.
Okay, I'm saying that there's a locked room at the back. If he wants to, what's your opinion that we do with the locked room?
Where? Point to it. I don't know what you're talking about.
Just the room here that my back's against. This one seems to be locked. I don't know if should quickly have a look in.
Why not? As long as we're here. How are you going to unlock it?
Yeah, how are you unlocking it?
I've got. I could. Yeah. Well, he's not strong, but he can. He's got. Okay, lock picking skills.
Oh.
A look, just okay ones. Let's have a look. See if it works.
Yeah.
Yay! Oh, I did. I managed to pick a door.
Where'd you learn how to do that? You're going to have to teach me that trick.
Yeah, I mean, you learn this at like social parties and stuff when you need the toilet.
I need to get out more.
Yeah, your cakes would do well at my fancy parties.
So what's
in the special room?
So you unlock the door and swing it open, and lo, before you stands
Cthulhu.
Cthulhu. No, a room pretty much identical to the one next door. It is a mirror image of William's bedroom, except that inside of the bed is instead of there being a bed, there is a large battered crate that Robert he isn't. Sorry, there's a large battered crate. The room smells musty and is thick with dust. That Robert is not in, exactly. The room smells musty and is thick with dust. The crate contains a filthy blanket, pillow, and of course, blanket and pillow and some straw.
Oh, so it's not like I can't really investigate anymore. It's just like a dirty bed type of thing.
Yes, exactly. It's just a crate with dirty sheets and stuff inside it. To the right of it, a bookcase is stood, containing a variety of random books on history and a few other things.
Is there anything of use I can see, like that seems interesting?
Make
the case?
a spot hidden.
Okay.
Yes, nicely done. Be sure to check that off as another success.
Okay.
So, something out of the corner of your eye catches your attention. Your experience with the Cthulhu mythos has been growing recently. You notice a strange symbol on one of the books, on the bookshelf.
I'm gonna grab it, and then I'll be like, I presume there's nothing else that looks useful, and then I'm gonna lock the door and close the trapdoor again.
Okay, no worries. So you grab the book.
Say, can I have a look at that symbol?
Yeah, I said, let's get back to the room though, just in case the guy comes back.
But I really want to look at it right now.
Well, it doesn't work that way. Patience is a virtue and all that.
Okay. Let's go back.
Okay, so you lock the door, you escape with the book, and you close the trap door, right, behind you.
And then I presume these guys will tell me, I'll be like, oh, you guys have a big hole too.
I'd like to get a look at that symbol and see if it matches anything I know in Cthulhu mythos.
I will get the book out as well, yeah.
Dwayne, you don't recognise it at all, unfortunately. You're just drawn to it. Something calls out to the very core of your soul from the book.
Anything occulty about it? Like, what's it about?
Can I just trace my fingers over that symbol?
No, it's like it's my book. Maybe how to use it later.
So, in order to determine the book, you're going to have to make an initial reading of it. That's going to take at least an hour.
Oh. What about if I team up with someone?
I will.
Okay.
Don't worry me.
I'll be like, we can look at this book. Are you other two gonna go down into this big scary hole?
You also, just to clarify as well, you'll also have to make a reading roll, which is a test of your language. It's written in archaic English, so you have to test your English skill. If you succeed, a regular success, then you're able to read the dialogue written in the book.
Yeah, okay.
And it'll take you an hour to do an initial reading.
I'm happy to do that, but what does the whole gang want to do as the next move?
Just a question, Sterling Guy. Did you find any traces of William and his brother?
No, it was like I went in to get the coffee and crept around, and no, it's totally.
So they are disappeared somewhere. Okay.
I did find another trap door that looks like yours, but my one was open. Unlocked. It wasn't open. It was unlocked though. So.
So I'm just having a terrible thought that both of them. I don't know how the wheelchair guy could do that, but unless he's not really disabled, we could find them underneath here. Maybe underneath here there's a route to all the rooms, and then maybe get into Jacob's room. Who knows?
Yep. And now
just
we
saying.
know. And we now have this weird book.
Yeah, I'm gonna take my little revolver out. What's my Remington, and before I go down, if I go down with Agent Lincoln.
Okay, yeah, I'm happy to try and study the book for an hour. If you guys are going to try and go down the whole thing.
Hey, are we going in the hole?
Yeah, if you go in the hole when you're down there, can you please let me know how dirty down there is?
Sure. I'll pass you a torch as well.
This is my good dress. Perhaps I should just put my bed dress on.
I'll wait for you if you need me to.
$200 per person. I think I may be able to buy a new dress. Yes, I scale.
Okay, so I'll give you a torch to hold.
Okay.
Careful out there with those open flames. You know, some of these gas pipes leak, especially at the old lakeside motels.
It's an electric torch I've just given her, but I've also got the lantern as well. So I was going to put the lantern on the floor down the bottom so it sheds some light in an area. And my weapon requires 2 hands. Probably not be holding a torch for that. Okay, so shining the light down there, did we see anything when we looked down?
Nope, just a normal crawl space. Just as normal a crawl space as you can possibly find.
Okay, I'll drop. How far is the drop?
Not far at all. Maybe 4 feet.
Okay, well I'll drop down and take the lantern down with me.
Have we all furnished ourselves with, this is kind of out of game, with leather trench coats and helmets? Have we all?
Oh yeah, I've got my normal investigator's outfit on.
Okay.
So everyone has 1 point of armor at this point. I'm guessing that's what you're ascertaining.
I checked about armor rules last week. I was like, oh, you can have semi-armor.
Right, so once I'm underneath, I'll put the lantern down, scan around. Can I see anything down there? And hopefully with Francis, when she comes down, shining a torch around as well.
You can't see anything from where you're at, but you can see the crawl space breaks off into different corridors ahead of you.
Okay, so it's like not one big open area.
It's not one big area. It's like a tunnel. It's like a network of tunnels. Not network, but it's a straight tunnel all the way that appears to lead all the way under each of the rooms that you're in, and then it also leads off into what appears to be the rooms next door.
As I go along, I'll move the lantern down with me and then stop and scan around an area. But I want to check to see if there's like blood on the sawdust or anything like that. But my first port of call, if there's one that turns off towards this direction, I'll go there and then work my way along this side because that's where the other guests are.
Yeah, you have a pretty good sense of direction, so yeah, you believe you're underneath the rooms of the other guests.
So I'm sort of like this.
And yeah, and there don't appear to be any traces of anything under the floorboards, in the crawl space.
Okay, I'll work my way along down this end. Are you coming with me, Francis, or?
Yep.
Okay, and I'll just gradually work my way down.
Well,
Remember I told you guys there's one in that above the office in the kitchen if you guys need to get out.
Yeah.
If you can find it.
Sterling won't share his book with me, so I'm just going to...
Now I will. Now they've gone, I will gladly get the book out and we can study it together. But I'm looking at you shiftily because you seemed really interested in the book.
Do the crawl spaces carry on underneath the rest of the building?
No, it stops there at a corner.
Doesn't it go there?
It doesn't go there, no.
Oh.
Seems to be the last trapdoor is here.
Anything that looks like there might be I'll look for a sort of entrance or a concealed door or anything like that.
Make a spot hidden. Is that your reading roll, Sterling? Very nice.
Yeah. I was just doing it while we had chance, yeah.
Yeah.
Gee, they write these things in this flowery old gibberish.
Sterling's reminding his old poetry days at university, so he kind of understands it.
Oh, sorry, I didn't realize you already rolled.
So Francis, you don't see anything, but Abraham, in the area underneath the trap door in here, you see scratch marks in the wood leading up and through the trap door. And upon closer inspection, let me just find the dialect. No, not there. Yeah, so examining the area reveals more marks on the woodwork, like little half-moon indentations. Close examinations find something small, clear, and hard sticking out of one of the indentations. Pulling it free, you toss it, you turn it over and over in your hand, trying to figure out what it is. And then a moment later you gasp in shock and realise it's a human fingernail.
Yeah. Oh, I'm glad I'm not seeing anything.
Okay, I'll... Does it look like it's got nail polish or anything like that? Is it male, female?
No, it's just a bloody human fingernail.
Okay.
Like dried blood on it.
I'll work my way back. I'll tell Francis that we'll head back, not found a way through.
Yeah. Perhaps we should check every single trapdoor, if they have marks as well.
Do you know which rooms add occupants in?
6 and 7, which if it counts, this is 1, this is 4, but I believe this may be 5, therefore this is 8. I'm guessing.
What was the new room number for this guy here?
I can't remember. I don't think we even checked that.
You're going to have to make an education roll and no roll to see if you can remember what he said.
It would have been on his door, but education. Oh, really?
That is a failure. It's not a fumble, just a failure. So you can't remember.
No, I can't remember.
Head back and I'll help Francis back up into the room. Pass the lantern up and I'll go.
Guy, do you remember what number Jacob's room is?
Let me think about that. Same thing, education check?
Yeah.
Of course, it was...
Room 8.
Room 8.
Oh, okay, so I was very wrong. Okay, so they start again 1 to 4, and then it's 5 to 8.
Yeah, okay.
When you came in, I think it was you, Agent Lincoln, that noticed there were keys missing. It was 7. It was. Hang on.
Is that an education roll to try to guess what the keys missing were?
No, you said 6, 7, and 8. Well,
So 5 wasn't. 5 was still unused.
5. There is no one in 5 at this point. I found a connection. I think I find a connection. But no, they wouldn't have given a lonely traveler a room with 2 beds, would they?
Well, unless that's the room they use for knocking people off.
Yeah. That's what I was thinking. But it could be they are giving it because the others are taken, but it is very strange to use a room that has double beds, that has 2 beds, when it's more likely to have 2 people in it. So, no, I think my theory is gone.
You might be overthinking this, Francis.
Yeah.
Will you guys find anything in the book?
Yeah, we're just waiting for whatever it is.
Well, it hasn't been an hour yet. It's been like 5 minutes.
Okay.
Well, I'm not sure you guys want to wear this, but I did find underneath where room 5 would be a human fingernail in the scratch marks underneath the hatch.
Have we looked at the other hatches on the way back?
I don't think I specifically did, so I could go and do that.
Let's look at the other hatches, but I think we didn't. Shall we go back?
Okay, I think we should check out room 5 anyway.
So you guys got an hour to play under the stairs while we read the book.
Yeah.
All right, can we check these ones as well? Is that another spot hidden, isn't it?
Come back with something more useful than a human fingernail. That's not exactly newsworthy, you know. Doesn't give you a lot to work with.
Me and Guy will just slam the trapdoor closed and be like, yeah, come back with some good news.
You know it opens downwards, don't you? And that we've locked it. Broken it so it doesn't close anymore. But can...
well, the trapdoor is no more in theory, right? Because you smashed your way through it, so...
Agent Lincoln just wants to make a note for himself when he gets back with the next opportunity to speak to the agency, but about the censor and the reporter, isn't this stuff supposed to be kept relatively hidden?
You can...
No, I don't find anything underneath there. Do you want to have a look, Francis?
Yeah. Oh.
No, you can't see anything.
What? Trapdoor?
We roll again here?
Oh, there you go.
Anything on this trap one?
Nothing besides a padlock.
Oh.
No scratches or anything like that?
No scratches, no.
So, do the others have padlocks on?
Yes, they do, yeah.
What about the one under number 5? Is it padlock or a latch?
Yeah, it's padlocked.
Okay.
All the rooms are
so they're all bolted with padlocks.
Right, okay, so there's a bolt going through and a padlock going through the bolt.
Yes, yep.
Okay.
So the bolt can't be released unless you remove the padlock.
Alright. Francis,
Yeah.
I hear that you're pretty good with an air grip.
Uh-huh.
Do you want to try this one over here?
Sure. Well, on the way, I had a look at this trapdoor here. And I have a spot hidden of a normal success.
Yeah, you don't see anything but the padlock. Just looks like a normal trapdoor.
I think when they make somebody disappear, they put them in this room.
Oh no.
You can spend 8 luck to turn that into a success, or you can push the roll.
If I push the roll, I could break my hairpin or the door. No, my luck is low. I can't use 8 really.
Okay, then unfortunately the lock has thwarted you and you can't get through.
Do you want to try a push, or do you want to...
Do you want me to try again, Agent Lincoln?
I've got I've only ever succeeded once in opening the door, rather than saying I've got a 16. My chances of doing this are very low, so I think if you want to do it, then it won't get any worse than me doing it.
What do you think it happens if I break it? I mean, they wouldn't realize that someone has tried to undo the door. Well, they could think one is one of the trapped people. You tell me, do you want me to try? But no, that
Yeah, try it. Because if that doesn't work, I think I'm going to break it open anyway.
Okay. Oh!
Oh, that is very nearly a fumble, but you still fail to push roll.
Oh!
So, unfortunately, your hairpin does break and he gets stuck in the lock. And the lock cannot be unlocked now.
My hairpin is an ordinary hairpin. It's not something recognizable, right? Agent Lincoln, we need to get my hairpin out of the lock. Because someone notices that he's identical to this other hairpin.
That's a common garden hairpin. Nobody would know the difference.
Good.
I think the other option is, I think we could go and see if we can see through the windows into that end. See if there's anything through the windows that we can see.
Okay, I thought you said you were going to use some muscle.
I will as a last resort, but that's likely to make noise.
Okay. We knock at the trapdoor. Tup, 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 tup.
There isn't a trapdoor. I smashed it.
Really? Sorry, can you let us in, please?
You still reading? Yeah.
We'll let them move in with.
Thank you.
So I'm going to go around here.
Oh, wait a minute. What did you find down there this time?
A broken lock.
Not much, and I ran away.
Like, what the fuck are you guys doing? Just
Okay, guys, before we go any further and everyone moves on, it is in fact 10 o'clock. I know you're all having super amounts of fun and you want to continue, but we do have to call things there and end the stream for today's session.
Oh, I just wanted to see what was in the book.
It's going to be another half an hour or so of reading before you find out, so I think we'll leave that till next session. Sorry about the cliffhanger, guys, but it is an exciting one, I'll give you that.
It is.
So, next episode will be next Tuesday. We'll be returning with this scenario, and the investigators are going to continue to try and find out what's become of James Fraser.
Are we taking bets on it? I reckon the guy in the wheelchair, he eats them.
Yeah, people can put forward their theories.
Something to do with the lake and the Native American things, but I'm betting on.
Great. Well, as long as you're enjoying yourselves, that's the main thing.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, we'll be back next Tuesday with the final, the big finale of this scenario, guys. Hopefully, we'll see you all there for that. If not, we'll see you in some other content I produce. I make content almost every single day. So, Sal, wait till next time. Say goodbye, guys.
Bye.
Bye.